Hello, our little spooks.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lexi. Welcome to the Guarded by Demons podcast, where we discuss all things horror.
We hope you're ready because we have a lot of spooky fun heading your way in October. Today, we'll be talking about kids' horror.
Yeah. Also, we're being a little quiet because we've got people up and about, but it's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Stuff happens. Do you want to do movies or shows first?
We can do movies first.
Movies first? Okay, I gotta flip my pages. Boop. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, we're good. We all good, dude. We all good. You wanna go first?
Sure.
This table's making a lot of noise.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Okay. It always makes noise. Does it matter? No.
No.
Okay. Well, the first one I have is The Addams Family.
Nice.
So if you don't know The Addams Family, originally it was a comic strip in a newspaper. And it was created by Charles Addams.
Bless.
So originally, again, it was a comic in a newspaper that spawned into a live-action sitcom, an animated cartoon, a few live-action and animated movies, a musical, and a Netflix spin-off.
And a partridge in a pear tree. There's a lot of the Addams Family, literally everywhere.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's fucking great.
So a little background is that the Addamses are a stereotypical. Stereotypical?
Is that the word you're looking for?
But yeah, the Addamses are a satirical inversion of the ideal 20th century American family. An odd, wealthy aristocrat clan whose delight in the macabre and are seemingly unaware or unconcerned that other people find them bizarre or frightening.
Also funny how the husband and wife are actually loving.
That's why.
Jeez, guys. Those are their goals. Give. I want a Gomez and or a Morticia in my life.
That's why it's making fun of the norm that everyone thinks that, like, couples are supposed to be. Where it's, like, at the time and still now, the husband and wife are, like, supposed to make fun of each other and, like, jokingly hate each other when that's not the case with this family.
No. You're supposed to look. If you don't like each other, don't get married. Shut up.
Exactly.
Go.
But I don't think that's normal.
No.
I don't think it's normal to hate your spouse.
No, it's not. That's more abnormal than normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's normal in a sense where, like, we grew up watching that. But yeah. So I put this one because the Addams Family is, like, the most wholesomest thing you can go for.
The most wholesomest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, because it's really funny.
Yeah.
It has dark undertones. It's a goth family.
Yeah.
Their fucking, like, living situation is really great.
Mm-hmm.
I love the living situation.
A little dusty for me.
It's a little dusty.
Other than that, really nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
like,
keep it that dusty. I'm like, can't do that. There's too many bugs.
But, like, I think the Addams Family is a great one. No matter what iteration you watch,
Yeah.
you choose to watch, it's going to be a great watch for kids.
Oh, yeah. I have to agree. I love the Addams Family. Well, I've only ever seen one iteration of the Addams Family. That was Addams Family Values. I've seen bits and pieces of the first Addams Family movie. And
that's Addams Family and Addams Family Values are, like, one iteration of it.
Yeah. And I've seen bits and pieces of the old black and white show.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw the Christmas special one time. But that was a really, really long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go next?
Yes.
So, one of the movies I chose to talk about is Coraline. Firstly, this movie freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid, and it took me years to actually watch it.
Yeah.
Because the doll thing really freaks me out.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
But I wrote down the synopsis for it, and also it's also based off a book by Neil Gaiman. I think that's how you say his last name. And he also confirmed that the two actresses are a lesbian couple. which I think is awesome. But I wrote the synopsis. I said, Coraline is about a girl who is unhappy with her day-to-day life, especially after a recent move, and her parents being too busy to spend time with her. She is soon gifted a doll, and afterwards explores a tiny door that leads her to a parallel universe where everything is almost perfect. However, things aren't perfect for long. This film was released in 2009. I put the release dates for the shows and the movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember when I watched this for the first time, but I remember asking myself, I got out of breath, I ran out of oxygen, that's why I yawned.
You can talk louder. It doesn't matter.
I know. But I remember when I watched this for the first time, I was like, why did it take me so long to watch this fucking movie? Like, it's so good. It's one of the most detailed stop motion films, and it's not Tim Burton, it's Henry Selick. People get them mixed up because it's stop motion and it's horror, and people associate that with Tim Burton a lot, but this is Henry Selick, and it's really good. It's definitely something I would recommend for families, but maybe parents watch it with your young children, because there are some pretty unsettling scenes, and there's a scene with the actresses in the parallel world that's a little bit inappropriate because one of them is scantily dressed like in barely anything, which I love watching people's reactions on YouTube of this movie, and they get to that part and I'm like yeah, it's
funny as hell.
It's very funny. It's also just a very charming movie. It's very pretty. The food makes me hungry every time I see it.
Yeah, same.
Like, television, like, TV and movie food have no right looking as good as they do, but they... Oh, I want it.
It's like food and anime. It has no right to be, like...
Specifically Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good. But yeah, that was my first kids horror movie that I picked.
Okay. So this is my second one,
and
it's the Goosebumps movie that was in 2015.
Oh yeah, the one with Jack Black, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I've actually never seen it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I've seen it only once, and it's very, very vague. So this is a 2015 American horror comedy film based on the R.L. Stine children's horror book series of the same name, and it stars Jack Black as a fictional version of Stine, who teams up with his teenage daughter and their neighbor to save their hometown after all the monsters from the Goosebumps franchise escape his work, wreaking havoc on the real world.
Ah, that's cool.
I know it has, this is the first one, and then there's like a second one. There's a sequel to it. I don't know if they made any other ones.
It kind of, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It kind of reminds me of the movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Like, kind of the same, not synopsis, but like the same...
No, it has the same premise.
Premise, yeah. Except one's probably a little bit more scary than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's very, very kid-friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Very kid-friendly. And
love Jack Black.
yeah.
He's cool.
So not only is it based off of, like, R.L. Stine's book, R.L. Stine actually appears in the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
I think he has, like, a little cameo in it, if I remember.
That's fun.
I always love it when authors have, like, cameos in their stuff.
Yeah, kind of like Stephen King in the new It.
Yeah.
Chapter 2. He's like, I don't like the ending. Kind of jabbing at himself. I love that. Next for my movies, excuse me, I have Hocus Pocus. And I'm assuming you have it too.
Yes.
We can both talk about it. I've actually only ever seen this once or twice in my entire life.
I watched this religiously in October. Oh my god. Okay. So again, from like our Masters of Horror episode, the creator Mick Garris also wrote Hocus Pocus,
which I think is really cool. Also,
yeah.
Shout out to him because he retweeted our tweet about Masters of Horror, and we kind of lost our minds a little bit.
Oh yeah, we did. We fucking did.
What the fuck?
He retweeted our tweet about the episode,
and then a fucking writer and producer of Tales from the Crypt followed us casually, and I'm like, What is happening?
Also, a critic from like Rotten Tomatoes followed us too, and I was like, "What is going on?
Where are all these people? Who are you people?" Like,
okay, so if you don't know about
Somehow.
Hocus Pocus,
somehow.
here's the synopsis. After moving to Salem, Massachusetts, a teenager, Max Dennison, explores an abandoned house with his sister Danny and their new friend Allison. After dismissing a story Allison tells as superstitious, Max accidentally frees a coven of evil witches who used to live in the house. Now, with the help of a magical cat, the kids must steal the witch's book of spells and stop them from becoming immortal.
Yeah. It's a very fun movie.
It's such a fun movie.
The only part I don't like is when Binks gets hit by a fucking truck.
I know, God, I remember like crying a little bit as a kid.
Oh my god. You know my thing with animals.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm like, I don't care if he comes back to life. He still got hit by a fucking... Was it a truck or a bus? I think it was a bus.
I think it was a bus.
Yeah. I'm like, this cat still got hit by a bus. I'm not okay. Uh,
I don't care. But that shit was so sad. But it's such a good movie.
it's a very good
Definitely
movie.
great to watch with like the kids.
Yeah.
Definitely great to watch with
There
kids.
is talk about virginity, but like...
There is.
It's,
You can slide past that.
you could
though.
slide
You
past
could
that. If
definitely
they
slide
ask,
past that.
just be like, I don't know.
Just say, I don't know.
I don't know.
And if they say, well, you're an adult, you should know everything. And you're like, that's the thing. Adults don't really know much about anything. And it's true.
It's true.
It's true. You're not
I
saying
still don't know shit.
Same. But yeah, Hocus Pocus is definitely a great watch. Definitely during like October and November.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even matter if like Halloween has passed, even though the night takes place on Halloween.
Yeah.
Still such a good watch.
So
'Cause
good.
It's fall aesthetic.
Ugh, so nice.
The musical numbers in this movie, great. Also, if you haven't realized it, by the time this episode airs, like on October 1st, the sequel to Hocus Pocus should be on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Mick Garris did not have anything to do with this one, but that's
No.
okay. He still wished everybody well,
Yes, he did.
which is cool. I like it.
Love it so much.
Oh yeah. The next one on my list, I have Halloween Town. Everybody loves Halloween Town.
Hell yeah,
It's a
everyone loves Halloween
classic.
Town.
I love Debbie Reynolds. I love
miss
her.
her.
I miss her too. I miss her so much. But excuse me while I itch my eyeball. Halloween Town is a very nostalgic movie for me. I haven't seen it in so long. We should watch it sometime together.
Definitely.
So Halloween Town. This is what I wrote. I read like the Wikipedia article, like the synopsis, and then I wrote it in my own words because I didn't want to just do a copy and paste. But I see you just wrote down the Wikipedia.
Yeah, I was like, you can
article.
fucking do that. I don't care.
I'm sorry. School.
No one cares.
School traumatized me about the whole plagiarizing thing. Like,
For the record, we always get our fucking sources from like Wikipedia or any other like website.
yeah,
We usually put it, but if you know it's from Wikipedia, then you know it's from there.
yeah. Thanks, school. Seriously, they had us so convinced we're gonna get fucking arrested. Like,
I know, right? What the fuck?
Jesus. But, I wrote, after following their grandmother to the mysterious Halloween Town, 3 kids discover that they have magic in their blood, and that their world of magic is in a war against... I wrote "are in a world." I fucking forgot how to do grammar. But that's okay. 3 kids discover that they have magic in their blood, and that their world of magic is in a war against an evil that wishes to take over the world. And this movie was released in 1998. That's just the synopsis, and I think it's a really cool synopsis.
It's a really good movie.
It's a great movie.
Gets you in the Halloween spirit.
It's charming.
It's so cute.
I really want Grandma's fucking cloak.
Oh,
it's,
same.
It's red, and the inside of the hood has stars. Guys, I have a big thing about space and stars and stuff. Space is so cool. Markiplier song here. Like, space is so cool. I'm so bummed I didn't get to see Jupiter. It was cloudy here. I'm so mad.
It's okay.
I guess I'll try to live till 129 years old, you guys. Like, because that's the next time it's supposed to be that close to Earth. I'm so mad.
It's okay. Okay, so the next one I have is The Haunting Hour, Don't Think About It.
Oh, I've heard of The Haunting Hour, but not Don't Think About It.
Yeah, so The Haunting Hour, Don't Think About It is still based off of the books that R.L. Stein wrote.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that he wrote those as well.
Yes. So, The Haunting Hour, Don't Think About It, is an American children's horror film based on the children's book of the same name by R.L. Stine. So the plot follows a goth girl named Casey moving to a new town and fascinated by the occult at a mysterious Halloween store. The store owner, who is played by Tobin Bell. And who is that? Jigsaw.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
Fitting.
scared.
I'm wearing a Billy the Puppet shirt right now.
Yeah, you are.
So, it's very
I'm wearing
fitting.
a Nate Wants to Boodle shirt.
We're both in the Halloween spirit.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, the owner insists on selling her an old book. Stuck with her brother Max on Halloween night, she reads the book to him despite the book's warning not to read it out loud or think about its monster, which is another same premise as like the Babadook.
Yeah.
So after the monster comes to life, it captures Max. Casey, with the help of her friend, must save Max and defeat the monster before their parents return home from a Halloween party.
So, limited time space. That's fun.
Yeah, I think this movie was mostly on like either Disney or Cartoon Network. I can't remember which one.
I feel like it's either a Disney or a Discovery Kids thing. Maybe.
No, I know it wasn't Discovery Kids.
Huh. Because I know they had like some R.L. Stine stuff on Discovery Kids.
Yeah, they
sometimes.
did. They did have it on there, but I don't think it was Discovery Kids. I feel like I watched it on like Cartoon Network or something.
The world may never know.
I don't know.
Just a quick Google search. We should be able to find it out later. It's okay.
Am I lazy right now to search that? Yeah.
Yeah. Understandable. Have a good day.
Yeah, but this movie was like pretty creepy. It was really, really good. The music was pretty good too in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the plot was pretty solid.
Okay. I hear
Very
you.
good to watch with kids. Again, all these are very, very good to watch with kids.
Yeah. Some are scarier than others.
Yeah, some are scarier than others. So like, maybe not toddler. You know, your toddlers would like this.
Yeah.
But like older kids, like around probably 7, 8, or 9,
Yeah.
would really love it.
Also, I do want to go back to Coraline real quick because that reminded me about the book. The book is much scarier than the movie.
Yeah.
I know I've read it, but I vaguely remember it because I read it in 7th grade. I'm 22 years old now. And I remember there's a story, and I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a story about Neil Gaiman writing this online. And I think he had his editor's daughter read it or something to see if it was too scary for kids. And apparently it was not too scary for kids and it went through, but she came out later and said, oh, it was terrifying, but I didn't want to say anything because I was so interested in what was going to happen next.
I don't know why I love that.
That is such a fucking flex. I love that.
Right?
I love that. Like, because it is. It's
Yeah.
terrifying. It's a scary book. But it... I think it's really funny, and it sounds like something I probably would have done as well. Because it is a pretty scary book. It's scary. Again, scarier than the movie. Like, the tunnel going to the other world is, like, a being in of itself.
Yeah.
So, the beldam is apparently not the one thing you have to worry about. Also, apparently in the book, the beldam killed her mom. So...
I guess spoiler if you haven't read the book.
yeah, if you haven't read the book. It's an old book by now, but if you haven't read the book, spoiler.
Oh, I guess.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even, like, she doesn't kill her mom in the book. She just talks about it first. She glazes over it like it's nothing.
Still, it's in the book.
It's in the book.
There it is.
Read it. It's really good. Sorry, moving on.
You're fine.
I had to go back to that because I meant to talk about it and I forgot.
You're completely fine.
I'm trying my best. I'm running on water and a dream. And some pasta.
That's a big mood.
Okay, so my next movie, everybody knows it, everybody loves it, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
This has been debated for a long time whether or not this is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. I say it's both.
Oh, you can shut up. It's both.
It's both. You don't want to know what? You can watch it on Easter if you want to, because the Easter Bunny is in the movie. Fuck you. They kidnapped the Easter Bunny at some point, by accident.
Watch it to get in a spooky mood, you know? Watch it for Halloween or watch it to get in, like, a Christmas mood. Does not matter.
Yes. It's so good. There is one later down the line that I like more than this one, but I do love, and I will talk about it because it's so good. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. You probably already know, but of course you do. You know me like the back of your hand at this point. But I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you somehow don't know the synopsis, it's about this skeleton. His name is Jack, and he's always just the Pumpkin King every year, right? It's not like a contest or anything. It's been a while since I've seen this. He's just the king in general.
Yes.
So he's bored of having to do the same old thing every single year for Halloween and scaring people, and he's just bored with it. So one day he's just like thinking about it, contemplating, going through the woods. He ends up in Christmas Town, where he is just absolutely amazed by all of the festivities going on, all the laughter, all the joy, all the pretty lights in the snow. And he basically is like, I want to be Santa Claus this year.
I love how he's like, I can do this.
I can do this. We love a man with confidence, but there's got to be a tiny little brain rolling around in that skull of his because he doesn't execute it very well.
Oh, it's very tiny.
It's very tiny. No thought head empty.
That's pretty much it.
Sally is the one with the brain cell.
Yeah.
She's very smart.
Go her.
Go her.
She tricked the mad scientist into escaping.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, go her.
Go her. But, yeah, this movie is a musical as well. It's very charming. It's made by Tim Burton. And I think Henry Selick worked on it too, right?
He was a director.
Oh, he was the director. Okay.
So he took over. Tim Burton, rumors, Tim Burton was only there working on it for like 2 days, but Henry Selick is the actual director. Disney only had Tim Burton's name because he basically created The Nightmare Before Christmas with a book.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Henry Selick is the actual director for this movie.
That's cool. So when it says Tim Burton's, it's like it's his idea.
Yes, it's his idea. He only worked on the movie for like 2 days, apparently.
Yeah. It's usually... Allegedly. Usually if it's like that, it's like if somebody wrote a book or something. But, yeah. I like The Nightmare Before Christmas a lot. I haven't seen it in a really long... A lot of these movies I haven't seen in a really long time. Because, well, aside from this year, I never really... I've kind of not lost interest, but, like, I've found it hard to focus on movies as I've gotten older, which I really don't like.
It's a mood.
I need to go get diagnosed with ADHD or something because I cannot focus on anything for the life of me.
But also, I guess, spoiler for our, like, schedule for December, but we're gonna watch The Nightmare Before Christmas in December.
Woo! Let's fucking go! Yeah, but give it a watch if you somehow haven't seen it. It's really good. Also, it came out in 1993, so
yeah,
it's very fun. It's a good movie. It really blew up like 20 years after it came out, which I think is really fun.
The emo culture. I think it's funny.
It's very funny.
My mom fucking loves this movie. Like, she is obsessed with it.
I know, she takes all your stuff when you get it.
Yeah.
If you get something nightmare related, then she takes it.
It's because
to
like,
look after it, quote unquote.
It's because since my mom is really obsessed
I'm on to you,
with
Mary.
Yeah, my mom's really obsessed with it. So with anything that I get, she will put it in her room. And the thing is, because my mom likes it so much, everyone thinks I like it a lot. That's not really the case. I do like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Love The Nightmare Before Christmas, but not as much as my mom. My honest, like, favorite Tim Burton movie is gonna be like either Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is I should have put Beetlejuice down. Fuck.
I don't consider Beetlejuice as like
a kid's movie.
I consider
the show,
it more,
yes.
The show, yes, that's definitely like for kids. But the movie, I consider
it nice fucking model.
Yeah.
No.
Beetlejuice the movie, I consider it more for like preteens and teens.
I cannot believe I took...
But not kids.
I took the fucking DVD to school in 5th grade and we all watched.
It's funny.
I didn't know.
But to be fair, I know a lot of us have seen Beetlejuice as kids and we're just like, that's not that bad, you know? Because we're kids, we don't understand it.
Yeah, like I didn't understand the whole brothel thing.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why my teacher fast forwarded that part. I was like, what?
It was a goddamn strip club. But either way,
that's fucking funny.
technicalities.
Whoops.
That movie is pretty much mostly for like preteens and teenagers.
Yeah.
Not like little kids.
No. I didn't know any better.
It's okay. None of us did. We all watched it as kids.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It has such good music in it too.
Uh-huh. Also,
Oh
I
my
just love
God.
Gina Davis. She's great.
Same.
Oh my god. Michael Keaton's a great Beetlejuice. And of
Hell
course Winona Ryder. Like, the real star of the whole movie. Hello?
I had a huge crush on her growing up, and I still do.
I was getting ready to say, you still do. What are you talking
I
about?
still do.
Love Joyce in Stranger Things.
I swear to God, if you guys like could hear my reactions every time we watched Stranger Things together and Joyce came on the stream.
Having a gay moment over here.
But that's also with Robin too. My hawk, god damn. Oh my god. We're getting off track, but I want to say one more thing. The fucking movie on Netflix, Do Revenge, had a fucking chokehold on me. I swear to God. I gave panic throughout the whole entire movie.
I was reading The Hunger Games the entire time she was watching it, and I was listening in on it every now and then, and she was panicking the entire time. I thought it was funny.
My hawk in a bikini fucking destroyed me.
I really hope she never finds us. Actually, no, you know what? I hope she does. I hope she hears this shit and hits you up.
Oh my god.
Her ad on Twitter is the lesbian spook.
Please.
Send her a DM.
Okay. So the next movie I have is another Disney movie. But I think it's a decom. It's Zombies. And Zombies is a musical dance Disney Channel original movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is a decom. That premiered on the Disney Channel on February 16th, 2018.
That's 4 days before my birthday.
It's 4 days before Adam's birthday, too.
We share birthdays, Adam.
So the film is based on an unaired pilot, Zombies and Cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the two stars, the two teens, a zombie football player, Zed, and a human cheerleader, Addison, who meet and fall in love and who must lead their respective groups to coexist with each other. So it's like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Oh. I'm
Yeah.
assuming, well, one's already dead, so I can't really make that joke.
Also, I mean, I guess it could also be like warm bodies.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this sounds like Warm Bodies. Like,
Yeah, but in this one, he doesn't become a human. He's still a zombie.
oh, I didn't know he became a human. Spoilers, I didn't know that. I don't have any interest in watching Warm Bodies, by the way.
It's okay. I have not seen it fully. I've only seen it in passing because my sister watched it. Yeah. But this movie is like really great. It's horror adjacent because it's more bright than anything.
Yeah.
It's more like pastel colors and stuff like that.
It's
not gruesome.
I don't want to say cutesy, but it's more cutesy.
Yeah, it's cutesy. It's completely safe for kids to watch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's completely safe for kids to watch. There's not like a lot of anything when you think about zombies. None of that.
Damn, that kind of takes the fun out. No, I'm kidding.
It's a Disney movie.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What other movie do you have?
Okay, so next I'm going to talk about my favorite one for last. I'm going to talk about Monster House for a moment.
Fuck yeah, Monster House.
This movie also traumatized me as a kid.
Same.
Because, and it's not even the house that traumatized me. It's the very beginning of the movie when Nevercracker has the heart attack.
Oh my
and they
God,
think
yeah.
he's dead. That shit scared the fuck out of me for some reason. I was still in that part of, like, my childhood where I was, like, scared of, like, dead bodies. Even if there was, like, no blood, I was like, I can't handle dead stuff. Like,
It's just creepy.
it's just, like, especially when the animation style is the way that it is, it makes it creepier.
Yeah.
I'm like, But basically, these kids, two of them, it's like Chowder and, oh my god, what the hell is, what's the brown haired kid's name? I don't remember his name. Oh my god, he's voiced by Mitchell Musso. What the
Is
fuck?
it JD?
Is it JD? I think so. But basically, they're always spying on their next door neighbor's house because weird shit always happens over there. Like,
Apparently.
the house is... Apparently. The adults don't believe him.
No.
Believe them, rather.
Because they're kids.
They're kids. Of course, though. Why would we believe whatever a kid says? But no. I digress. Like, people's stuff gets eaten by the house and disappears on the lawn and shit. And also, Nutcracker's just really scary.
Yeah.
He scared me. Like, before I even watched it all the way through for the first time, I was like, this dude is, like, unhinged. I don't like it. He's spooky. But the reality is, the house is a monster, but not in a... It is a bad way because it's hurting people. And almost a dog. The dog survives, I promise. But the story of the house itself is really sad.
Yeah.
It will make you sad. But it's a really good movie. It's also very funny.
Dude, I think it still holds up to this day.
It's got so many fucking memes out of it nowadays. Yeah. It's really fucking funny. Especially since this hot topic, the topic of abortion has been passed around. There's so many fucking TikToks of that one gif of the guy just grabbing, like, the remainder of, like, what, a granola bar from Chowder's hand and eating the rest of it and fucking running back out of whatever store they're in. Yeah. I think it's a pharmacy.
It's
so
just
funny.
It's a great movie.
It's a really good movie. If you want to laugh and, like, feel bad and stuff, it's a really good movie. It also takes place on Halloween as well.
Yeah.
So definitely watch it. It's really fun.
It is definitely a good movie for, like, older kids.
Older kids. I think this would scare little kids. Clearly.
Like, very little kids?
Yeah.
Probably. But, like, the older kids, again, like, around 7, 8, 9, 10, that's fine.
Yeah. They can handle this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. It came out in 2006. I couldn't handle it. Like, it took me a few years to get around to watching it.
Amazing.
Again, guys, I was a chicken shit when I was a kid. Like,
oh, yeah. I remember Monster House syndicating, like, almost every year in October after it premiered on, like, Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Always kind of, like, try to watch it every time I could.
Yeah. Oh, you know what movie we could have talked about that I didn't even think about until just now? My Babysitter's a Vampire.
I haven't seen it. My sister... That was around the time when my sister was watching Disney Channel. That was when I stopped.
It's actually a really good movie. I can't remember what all it's about, but it actually had a really interesting plot from what I remember, and it became a TV show for a brief time. I don't think it lasted very long, but I think that was like 10 years, a little bit more than 10 years ago when that came out.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, honestly. What's your next movie?
So my next movie is Hotel Transylvania.
Hey, let's go. I didn't even think about that one.
So if you don't know anything about Hotel Transylvania, it is about a human named Jonathan who accidentally stumbles upon the hotel and instantly falls in love with Dracula's teenage daughter, Mavis. And eventually, he dates her despite Dracula attempting to keep Johnny away from his daughter. That's the whole entire fucking movie.
You've cosplayed as Mavis before.
I have cosplayed Mavis before.
It's adorable.
I love her so goddamn much. This has, like, I think, like, 3 movies already? 4 movies?
3, I think.
3 movies? I know in, like, the second one, Mavis and Jonathan get, like, married and they have a kid.
Spoilers, yes, spoilers.
I don't give a shit. Do you guys care? Probably not, because I know you've seen this if you have siblings too. I watched it because I have siblings and I like the movies. Clearly, I like the movies.
We like the movies, okay?
But it's really such a cute movie. It's very great to watch with your family.
Yeah,
no matter the age.
I've only ever seen bits and pieces of the first one, and that's it.
I have seen the first one and the second one. I have not seen the third one, I think. I think the third one is like when they're on a cruise, I think.
That's not going to work well with a
Pretty
vampire. Sure? I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's the one that's on the cruise. I haven't seen that one. I have seen the other 2. The other 2 are, like, fucking amazing. So good. They're really funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
That kid is, like, gonna be doubly fucked because he's a vampire and he's also ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put sunscreen on that boy, please.
Oh, it's so cute, though.
Protect him.
I love it.
Protect him. My final movie is my most favorite movie on this entire list. It's one of my most favorite movies in general. I put Corpse Bride. I love Corpse Bride. This is the movie that I prefer over The Nightmare Before Christmas. Controversial hot take. I don't care. It's a great movie.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure people would agree with you.
Not most people, but people would agree. But I just think the story is better. The music is better. The animation, quite frankly, is better. Which makes sense because, like, as an artist, you're going to get better over time, no matter what. I don't think they had the same animators for this, but I'm not sure. It's a musical, and it's also got Christopher Lee in it, wouldn't you know it? But it's about this man. His name is Victor, and he is betrothed to get married to this girl, Victoria. Very creative, I always thought it was. But they're betrothed to get married because her family is basically about to be on the street. They have to get married so they can keep their home and everything. They do end up meeting, and they do like each other a lot because it's an arranged marriage. They don't know each other very well. But they go to their wedding rehearsal. He keeps fucking up his vows, like, because you're supposed to say these vows. They're the most romantic vows I've ever heard, by the way. But I'm not going to tell you them because I think everybody should experience them for themselves. But he keeps fucking up, and he ends up going to the woods to practice his vows. And he ends up doing his vows perfectly. And then, as a little practice thing, funny haha, he puts the wedding ring that he has for Victoria on a tree branch that looks like a hand. But surprise, surprise, it is not a tree branch. It's a skeleton hand, and he gets dragged down. Not dragged down. He gets chased first by the corpse bride, and
it's not a funny haha moment anymore.
No, it's not a funny haha moment. She's pretty, though.
She's very pretty.
Ethereally, she's very pretty. Like, the lighting is very pretty when she first shows up, and her wedding dress is so pretty, even though it's all torn up. But basically, the synopsis of the story is that she has fallen in love with him, and she has a tragic backstory that I won't indulge you guys with here if you haven't seen it. If you know,
shit still makes me sad.
It still makes me sad too.
It still makes me sad and mad.
Yeah. If you know the story, then you know. If you don't, go watch Corpse Bride. It's really good. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I remember, again, the synopsis is that he ends up in the underworld where all these dead people are, and it's a really fun, lively place. But he has to get back home because he's in love with Victoria. He doesn't like the corpse bride. Well, he likes her, but not in love with her.
Yeah.
Also, the corpse bride's name is Emily. Her name is only said, like, 2 or 3 times in the entire movie. But
yeah, but at least we know her name.
At least we know her name. But he has to get back home so him and Victoria can get married. It's just a bunch of misunderstandings, miscommunication happened between him and Emily. And I remember watching this for the first time in years, a few years ago, because I was obsessed with this movie when I was a kid, and I knew it beat by beat at this point anyway. But I watched it for the first time in years, a few years ago, and the ending actually made me cry. It's a really sad movie, honestly. Not terribly. It's not sad. It's bittersweet.
So, like, you can definitely watch this with kids.
Yeah, but as an adult, you'll understand it better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can watch it for the fun music numbers and stuff like that, but as an adult...
Once you understand, like, the plot and story, it's like, ooh.
This is a pretty serious, like... Not serious... Well, it is serious, like, the story.
No, it's a pretty serious story. It's a pretty serious movie.
It's a fun movie, for the most part, but it's also got its serious moments.
Yeah.
And it is a sad and bittersweet kind of story, especially the ending.
Yeah, but it's definitely a good watch.
It's a great watch. I love it so much. It's also, like, where I think my obsession of, like, flowy cloth comes from, because her dress, Emily's dress, is so pretty, and, like, it's always flowing in the wind, and she always looks ghostly and ethereal. It's the only way I can describe her. She's beautiful.
I think that's how she's supposed to be. She's dead.
She is dead. But
you can even tell, even like when they were telling the story when she was alive before everything happened, she was that beautiful.
Yeah, she was known for being beautiful.
Yeah.
It's said in her story. But I love this movie so much. I literally cannot even describe how much I love this movie. It's so lovely. Even my notebook that I write everything in has the Corpse Bride on it that you got for me.
Yes, I did.
From Spirit Halloween, right?
Yeah, I took the chance when I saw Spirit had Corpse Bride merch. I got her like a mug. I got her a notebook and stuff like that. I even got her like jewelry.
Yeah. And I love it. It's so cute. It's so sweet. Because there's not a whole lot of Corpse Bride stuff. But I find that now that it's starting to approach its 10-year...
It's getting its due.
It's getting its due. It's starting to approach its 10-year anniversary. It's starting to get the Nightmare Before Christmas treatment.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to complain about because there's not a whole lot of merch for this movie. And I think there needs to be more, in my personal opinion.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's a movie I highly recommend. It's the one I recommend the most on this list because it's my favorite. Definitely one of my favorite movies, period. It's just so good. I think it's also like where my like love of the idea of getting married to someone who you deeply love comes from. It's a romantic movie as well.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
so cute.
It's so sweet. By the way, guys, be prepared to feel very sorry for Emily because oh my god. Oh. She needs a hug.
Man, you already feel bad for her because she's dead. Like, you know she's dead. Obviously.
It's a
you
dead
already
bride.
feel bad.
It's a dead bride.
Yeah. But once it really hits you, shit's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt
That's
your feelings.
gonna hurt so bad.
It's hurting my feelings thinking about it. But that's my last movie.
Okay.
That's my last movie. I had to save my favorite for the last one.
I have a lot more movies.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna carry us, I guess. I do have some TV shows, though, so I mean...
So my next movie is The Haunted Mansion.
Aw, man! I didn't even think about that one. That's a great one. Shit.
So here's a synopsis for The Haunted Mansion. A workaholic real estate agent, Jim Evers, which is played by Eddie Murphy, is accused by his wife, Sarah, of neglecting his son and daughter. So he takes the family on a vacation. Along the way, the family stops off at a sinister mansion that Jim has been asked to sell, only to discover it's haunted by Master Gracie, his stern butler, Ramsley, and 2 other servants who need some help breaking a curse.
Speaking of a love story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie has a really touching love story.
It does.
And it's so sad. But it's such a great movie. It's one of the more horror-centric Disney movies.
Yeah.
Because it does have some really scary parts that, for kids, would be very scary.
Those statue heads freaked me out when I was like little.
Amazing.
Again, the statue thing.
It was a skeleton thing for me when I was a kid. It kind of freaked me out. There's a skeleton in there. It's like a zombie type of thing.
It's been I have it on DVD somewhere. It's been a really long time since I've seen it.
Yeah. But it's such a good movie. It might spook kids a little bit, but it's completely fine. This movie is jam-packed with like a lot of jokes. It's a really funny haha movie.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
It is, and Eddie Murphy does an amazing job with it.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie. I love it. It's a very good watch for your kids. And if you like a more, I guess, like darker Disney movie, this is gonna be like up your alley.
A dark comedy, if you will.
Dark comedy. It's gonna be great for like a family watch.
Yeah.
Definitely good for like spooky season.
It might scare some smaller kids, but I don't think it's gonna scare them too very much.
No, it's probably just gonna like spook them, but it's not gonna like scare them.
It's not gonna really give them nightmares unless they're easily spooked.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good movie, though. I like that one. I can't believe I didn't think about that one. Damn, that's a classic, too. Shit.
So, the next movie I have is Under Wraps, and it is also another DCOM from Disney. And I think this is the very first DCOM they ever did.
What's a DCOM, by the way?
It's a Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
DCOM. Disney Channel original movie.
I've never heard that before. I'm trying my best.
Yeah. So I think, if I remember correctly, this is the very first one they ever did as, again, a DCOM. Mm-hmm. And it was for Halloween. And the synopsis is 3 kids, Amy, Marshall, and Gilbert, encounter a mummy which has been undiscovered in 3,000 years.
Bam.
While investigating, they accidentally revive him, but he must be returned to his resting place by midnight on Halloween, or he will never find his long-lost love.
Oh. We got sad, huh?
Yep.
Damn. Our last few have been a little sad. It's okay, though.
So this movie is very comedic. It's very funny. But also, I think it'll scare kids a little bit because of how the mummy looks. It's a little scary.
A little spooky?
It's a little spooky.
You
But
sound like a little kid when you said that.
But other than that, it's still like a really good movie. It's a touching movie because like the kids get super attached to the mummy.
Yeah.
And they try their best to do what they have to do to get him back. It's such a good movie. It's a great like little adventure movie too.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but I was just for funsies, I wanted to look up kids' horror movies, see if there was any other ones that I recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there was a Muppets Haunted Mansion that came out in 2021.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it with Adam.
What the fuck?
It's cute.
That's funny. I didn't know that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's cute.
Damn. Oh, Curse of the Were-Rabbit? Shit. Wallace and Gromit lovers, anyone?
Okay, the next one I have is Mostly Ghostly, Who Let the Ghosts Out?
I'm so disappointed in myself with the movie I just saw. Sorry, continue. Oh, I hate myself.
Yeah, so the next movie I have is Mostly Ghostly, Who Let the Ghosts Out? So this is also a movie based off of a book by R.L. Stine. And a lot of these are going to be either Disney or based off of like R.L. Stine books because, obviously. What did you?
It's a kid's movie about La Llorona.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I would not tell that story to kids, bro. I'm so sorry.
No. It's a tradition. It's fucking tell your kids that story.
Oh.
It's supposed to scare them so they don't go out at night.
Oh man, I didn't talk about Scooby-Doo movies. I'm sorry, keep going. I'm just sitting over here hating myself for missing these movies that I didn't. Yeah, whatever. Sorry.
Okay, so Mostly Ghostly is about an aspiring magician. Max Doyle discovers two ghosts, Nikki and Tara, haunting the basement of his family home, and agrees to help them find eternal rest. In exchange, Max's newfound friends set out to help him win the heart of Tracy, the popular girl at his school. But when their magical antics make them the targets of an evil apparition called Fears, the trio must stop his magical plan for Halloween. And I think I remember watching this again on like Cartoon Network or Disney, one of those two. But I remember it was on one of those channels. It was it was really good.
You said Mostly Ghostly?
Yes, Mostly Ghostly.
I'm pretty sure that's Disney.
Is it?
I think so. Hold on. I saw it on here a second ago.
It was one of those two. I fucking watched Disney and like Cartoon Network interchangeably when I was a kid, so
Mostly Ghostly.
that's why things blur.
I'm pretty sure this was a Disney movie.
Oh, it could be.
Because she's a Disney actress.
Yeah, but a lot of the times Disney and like Cartoon Network switch their actors.
That's true.
Also, same with like Nickelodeon.
You got me.
Yeah.
Damn, this movie doesn't have good ratings. What the fuck? Oh, R.L. Stine.
It's a good movie for your kids. Like, if you're into ghosts and stuff and the paranormal,
yeah,
very good for kids.
I'm pretty sure this was a Disney movie because oh no, Cartoon Network, I lied. But I remember them showing it on Disney. I remember it showing up in the previews around Halloween time on Disney Channel.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh god, yeah, like, half of these people are from fucking Disney. That dude's in fucking Lemonade Mouth.
That's really fucking funny.
That dude's in the fucking Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Okay, moving on. I'm so sorry.
No, you are completely okay.
So
So this next one that I have.
Okay.
I've told you about this one. And this one is Don't Look Under the Bed.
Did you tell me about this one?
Yes, I have. So this movie is about a teenager who refuses to believe in the supernatural until she is confronted with the boogeyman under her bed. When somebody starts to play destructive pranks in her neighborhood, the girl is framed as the culprit. But when she realizes that the root of her problem is the real boogeyman, she is forced to change her mind about the paranormal.
Oh, damn.
So in this movie, was very like controversial for Disney because the main lead, she was white, and then the second lead was black. They did not want an interracial couple, but Disney was like, no, we're allowing this. A lot of the
a rare Disney W.
Yep. Because around the time the executives didn't want an interracial kiss in the movie.
That's so lame.
But they still put it in there. They still have it. It's very, very fucking
Fuck you
cute.
guys. Kimberly, give me a big old smooch. No. Kidding.
It's very cute. I think it's fucking adorable. But this movie scared the shit out of me as a
did
kid.
it? Uh-oh.
Yeah, scared the shit out of me. Because honestly, like it's like in the trailer and in the movie, like purple smoke comes out from under the bed. And you just see like a fucking big ass hand, and it's like a fucking claw. And I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't like that.
I think I just made some connections about some stuff about you, Kimberly. I think that makes a whole lot of sense now.
It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Just shut the fuck up.
That is so mean. She wasn't being mean, I promise.
I'm not being mean.
We tell each other to shut up all the time. It's fine. That's the second time you've done that on the podcast.
I know.
It's funny.
But yeah, this movie scared the shit out of me.
I love you.
But also, like, the design, the fact that, like, the original design for the Boogeyman, Disney was like, that's too terrifying to put for kids.
Oh, lame.
But the end product is still as terrifying. And I'm just like, what in the actual fuck?
What is this?
So basically, the main girl and the other main boy in this movie, the other main boy is her brother's imaginary friend. And what we find out is once you start to forget about your imaginary friend, they become a boogeyman.
No!
Yeah.
Not Bing Bong!
Don't make me fucking cry about Inside Out. Not again. But yeah, that's like really sad. He's
that's a cool concept.
So the imaginary
actually.
friend starts to turn into like a boogeyman halfway through the movie, and it's really fucking scary. It's really fucking sad. I still can't believe Disney allowed this shit for kids. Like I watched it like 2 or 3 years ago, right when Disney Plus was announced. I was like, what movies are there?
Let me see.
I saw Don't Look Under the Bed, immediately sat on the floor, and it was night. And I was like,
a little kid.
I'm gonna watch this movie again. It's still creepy. It's still creepy as it is today. But yeah, that movie is super good. Not good for like little kids.
Oh no,
that shit's gonna be so scary. I can guarantee that's gonna be a little scary.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's really silly. It has a lot of like dumb pranks that a lot of kids would do. But it's really serious. Really serious too. And it makes you like appreciate your family. And like stuff about imagination where like it's okay, you know, to be imaginative.
Yeah.
And to basically be okay with being a kid.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are.
Yeah. I also I'm gonna name a few more movies right now because I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't.
I know I
list
have
the
them
ones.
on my list already.
But I also really liked Casper with
Yeah, that's the movie I have
Christina
on my list.
Ricci. And then literally any Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh yeah,
including the live action ones. Mostly the first live action one though.
Yeah.
That one was a good as hell time. I really wish Spooky Island was a thing. Come on, Universal, get your shit together. Please. It would make so much money.
I mean, do they have it in like what, Australia?
Maybe?
I think it's Australia that they have it.
I want one closer.
Same.
I would go there.
Okay, so here's another popular one that mostly everyone knows, or everyone should know by now, and that's Monster High.
Yeah, I never watched Monster High.
I did.
I know you did.
I did, and my sister still does watch Monster High. She still watches it. So if you don't know, Monster High is basically a toy line by Mattel.
Mm-hmm.
But it also spawned movies, TV shows, and then like a live action movie that's I think on Paramount Plus already. I don't know if it's already on there.
I've heard bad things about it.
Same here. I have watched the unedited version of the movie, Don't ask me how I got that link, but I got that link.
Gets copyrighted.
Oh my god. But yeah, this is about the children of notable monsters going to a high school that's called Monster High. And they just are trying to navigate their life. And the whole entire thing is incorporating like fashion. Mm-hmm. It's basically more aimed at like girls.
Yeah.
But pretty much any kid can like this.
Yeah.
It has a lot of really cute like musical numbers, and there are notable characters like Frankie Stein. She's the daughter of Frankenstein. There's Draculaura, who's the daughter of Dracula. Mm-hmm. There's Claudine, and she's the daughter of the werewolf, the Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
Yeah. There's a lot of like notable characters that you will see. I think my favorite one though is Operetta, and she's the daughter of the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
A lot of it's not even just like regular, like Universal monsters and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of like horror icons in pop culture. It's not just like the regular ones, There's like also zombie ones. There's ghosts and all that. I think it's really cute. I love how they always incorporate with their style. It has to be something related to who they are as a person of themselves, but also their characteristics of like who they're from.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I never really got into Monster High because, I don't know, I just thought that maybe it was, I don't know, I didn't really like dolls that much as a kid. I hated them. And I think this, even though I really liked the Barbie movies a lot, I didn't want to get into Monster High. I don't know why. I thought it was too girly, even though I liked the Barbie movies. It's so dumb.
You think that's girly? You like the Barbie movies?
Shut up!
I'm not Disney, I also like the Barbie movies. The Barbie movies are really good.
Yeah. Those need to be remastered. I would love that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm a creepy kid. I was always a creepy kid since birth, and I loved Monster High growing up.
Yeah.
I still want to collect the dolls so badly, but they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah, I think I also just didn't really care for the aesthetic that much. I don't know why. I didn't care for the aesthetic.
Clearly, I do.
I don't know. I think it was like the pastel kind of colors kind of turned me off of it. I don't know how to describe. I just didn't really want to get into it.
It's not really pastel. Depends on like what character you're looking at, because some of them are pastel. But, not a lot of it is. I don't know. Chelsea still loves that series today.
Just not my flavor.
It's alright, dude.
It's okay.
The next movie I am going to talk about is Twitches.
Oh my god, I forgot about Twitches. Jesus.
So if you know the twins Tia and Tamara Mowry from like Sister Sister or any other thing that they have done, like 17 Again, yes, it is the same name as 17 Again.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I was like, were they in that movie?
No,
it's a different one.
It's a different one. They did a movie called 17 Again on the Disney Channel, and then I know like years later Zac Efron did one, but that was like non-Disney related.
Definitely. Definitely.
I know that was non-Disney related. But yeah, if you know Tia and Tamara Mowry, they are the stars of Twitches. Mm-hmm. And basically it is twin witches who are separated at birth, and on their 21st birthday, Alex and Cameron reunite and discover that their unusual powers double in strength when they work together. So at first they don't know how everything is happening, how are they doing like this magic stuff, Mm-hmm. So they find out that they work really well together, and it takes some time for them to actually work well together. Because there's just conflict, because they're just very confused because they were separated at birth.
Oh, okay.
They're just like, how did I not know I have a sister?
Mm.
But
it feels like the beginning of The Parent Trap.
It is kind of the beginning of The Parent Trap. And if you watch Sister Sister, same type of like opening.
Yeah.
Because it's them meeting in a clothes shop.
Mm-hmm.
And they bump into each other. They get confused by the workers there as each other. And it's really funny.
Just like at the Parent Trap at camp.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie. It's so good.
To be fair, I don't think they actually got too confused in the Parent Trap. I think it was more like they found each other because when they were fencing, and that's when everyone figured out they were twins.
I know one of the head counselors like got them like not confused, but like she thought that they were the same person because she was having some kind of conversation with them about
there was
being
that
allergic to strawberries. It's a really good movie. I also really want to know how they pulled it off because I don't know. It's just because Lindsay Lohan doesn't have a twin.
Yeah. I mean, they had to use, like, body doubles and stuff like that, obviously.
Obviously, like, when they're hugging each other, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they did it when they're, like, standing side by side. That's really trippy to me.
I think that had to be, like, really good editing.
Yeah. It
really
still holds up.
Oh, but yeah, to continue this, they're kind of, like, more quickly forced to work together because of everything, because they find out that they have to stop a force that's threatening their homeland and the mortal realm. And
now it sounds like Halloween Town.
Yeah. So basically, they aren't from, like, our realm, from the human realm.
Yeah.
They are from this other realm where they're actually princesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're royalty. And they have to come together to destroy this, like, dark evil force.
Yeah.
Before it consumes both things. So they can protect their family in the mortal realm, which is their adopted parents, and then their, I think it's just their mother in their homeland.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is, like, super sweet. Super cute.
From what I remember, well, I think I might have caught bits and pieces of it. I wasn't much of a Disney kid growing up. Well, it depends.
I was both.
It depended. Like, I was really picky with my Disney. But I do remember seeing bits and pieces of it, maybe? Or at least seeing the commercials for it, and it seemed like a sweet movie. Excuse me.
It's a very sweet movie. I have a soft spot for this one because I am also a twin.
Yeah.
So it's always like, this is sad, but it's always like my dream where one day I can meet my sister that way, even though I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So for context, my sister had passed away a week after we were born, because we were born premature, and there were a lot of complications.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time I do, like, kind of have that little fantasy in my head that one day I'll meet her again.
Yeah.
Like that.
You never know, you might. You never know.
I always treat it as, like, my friends are a part of her, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie I think it's really cute. I think it has a good moral of, like, chosen family and stuff like that, too. A lot of it, and understanding that being different is okay.
Yeah.
Because they're also trying to maneuver college at the time.
God.
College and trying to get a job and stuff like that.
And you're trying to save the world? Shit.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one I have is another Disney movie, and it's The Little Vampire.
I forgot about The Little Vampire. I don't know if I ever really watched it, but I do remember seeing a crap ton of advertisements for it around Halloween.
Yeah.
Obviously.
As a kid, I had a crush on the vampire's little sister.
Naturally.
I thought she was really cute, okay?
I mean...
I was, like, really little.
But
I thought she was really cute.
It's adorable.
It's all good. But yeah. So there's a little vampire, and if you don't know about it, this is the synopsis for it. After moving to Scotland with his parents, the only child, Tony, struggles to make friends at his new school. So he's bullied and picked on by the other boys and has little hope of overcoming his miserable new life. That's really fucking sad.
That's a sad synopsis.
That's really fucking sad. But to continue this, he meets Rudolph, a kid vampire who Tony becomes very close to. But when Rudolph's life is and the future of the vampire race are threatened by a ruthless vampire hunter, Tony must find the courage to save his best friend.
Sweet.
So this movie's really good. This movie's really funny. It stars the kid who also was in like Stuart Little.
Oh yeah. Aw, I wonder how he's doing nowadays.
I think he's doing pretty good for himself.
Good. He's a great actor.
He is. Missing him and stuff. I don't know if he's still acting though, but I know he's doing pretty good for himself.
Good. He deserves it. He's a great actor.
But also this movie, though, one of the things that I can remember about this movie is vampire cows. That shit was the funniest thing I've ever seen when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah, vampire cows.
That's a thing.
Yes. Because here's the thing. They are vampires, but they don't drink from humans. They drink from animals.
Oh, they're vegans, quote unquote.
Quote-unquote vegans, yeah. I think it's really funny.
That's funny.
Because there's
vampire cows. I'm just seeing like a Highland cow with two long ass fangs. The super cute fluffy ones with long fangs.
Like, there's a scene in the beginning where the farmer's like getting all the cows to go inside the barn or getting out of the barn in the morning. And then there's one later, I think it's like the next day or something, where all of them are just hanging from the goddamn ceiling in the barn.
How the by their tails? How are they doing that?
By their feet. What? Don't ask me. This movie's really funny.
I gotta see this movie.
I don't know if it's on Disney Plus, but I can search for it.
Oh, please.
I can search for it, but it's... It's one of the things that I cannot, like, not forget, you know?
Oh.
It's really funny.
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, it's a cute movie. It's a good movie. If you like vampire and vampire hunters, up your alley. Also, like, the costuming in this movie is so good, and the location, very pretty.
Yeah.
Super pretty.
It's not really off topic because vampires. Makes me want to see Lost Boys.
I mean, we are going to see Lost Boys next year.
I'm so excited.
We have a vampire month next year.
Eddie from Stranger Things would love that movie.
Oh my god.
They all look like him, like... God. I can't wait.
Okay, so here's another movie.
How many more movies do you have?
Just, like, this one and then one more.
Oh, just two?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
So the next one is Scary Godmother, Halloween Spectacular.
I loved Scary Godmother. Scary Godmother was I really wish there was more than would they count as movies? They're only like an hour long, like short film.
No, it's just like
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
The cat.
He is here.
It's just 2 Halloween specials.
Yeah.
I don't think they're considered movies. I think they're just considered like specials.
Yeah. It is a book series though.
It is a book series.
I love the art. It's really pretty.
It's very pretty. But okay, if you don't know what Scary Godmother is, shame on you. It's so good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The animation did not age well.
No, it didn't. It's computer animation.
It's still charming, though.
Yeah.
It's really charming.
But it's computer animation. It's not really going to do anything.
Yeah. It's kind of like... It kind of aged the way Hoodwinked did.
Yeah, I don't like Hoodwinked.
You don't like Hoodwinked?
No.
No?
No.
Damn.
So yeah, the special depicts Hannah while trick-or-treating with her cousin Jimmy. Fuck Jimmy.
I hated that fucking fest.
Jimmy and his friends encountering the witch, which is Scary Godmother, and her many friends for a Halloween party at the Fright Side.
Yeah, the Fright Side.
I think it's very, very cute. Again, it's computer-generated animation. It's not that great, didn't age well, but it's still really cute to watch.
Who is your favorite monster?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I think my favorite one was actually the one that had, like, multiple eyes.
Bugaboo!
Yeah.
I loved Bugaboo. It was Bugaboo, and I can't remember the skeleton's name. He was wearing a top hat.
It was the skeleton in that one. That was, like, both my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was those two.
Bugaboo's a sweetheart.
I thought it was very fucking funny. Also, Hannah's really cute. Hannah's adorable.
Protect her. Please.
She had like a fairy costume, right?
Yeah. The first one she had a fairy costume. Did she dress up in the second one?
I don't remember. again, it's been years since I've seen these movies, but I did want to mention them because a lot of people don't talk about this movie.
No. And it's always a nice little surprise when I see, like, art or somebody, like, on Instagram or something talk about Scary Godmother. Because I don't feel like a whole lot of people knew about it. Although I did have a childhood friend who had both on DVD. And
Lucky?
I was jealous. I was like, what? Where did you get these?
What the hell?
They're not at Walmart. I don't know where you got these.
You can try and buy them on Amazon. They're probably pretty cheap, maybe.
I'd imagine so. They're not very long.
No. So the last one I have for movie-wise, the last one I have is The Phantom of the Megaplex.
I thought you were getting ready to say Phantom of the Opera. I was like,
No.
I thought we were talking about kids stuff. Hello?
We were talking about kids stuff. It's also another Disney movie, and it's also the second movie that I immediately watched after I found out I had Disney Plus, and I searched for it. I searched for Don't Look Under the Bed. That was the first one I watched. Second one I watched the next day, and it was The Phantom of the Megaplex because it was one of my favorites when I was a kid. So if you don't know, The Phantom of the Megaplex is a 2000 American comedy mystery film, and it's also another DCOM produced by the Disney Channel. With a title and concept, it's loosely based off of the novel The Phantom of the Opera. The film,
I forgot it was a novel. I should read that.
So the film follows Pete Riley. He is a 17-year-old who lands a part-time job at the multiplex at his neighborhood. He and his friends are excited when it's announced that the theater will play host to a premiere of a major motion picture with a number of Hollywood celebrities in attendance. However, when the big night comes, Pete has to contend with disappearing staff, malfunctioning equipment, and a broken popcorn machine.
Womp womp. Sounds like the Scottish play.
Yeah. So his little brother basically is convinced that it's the Phantom, and he's doing all this to sabotage the night. And I think it's still one of my favorites to this day because I fucking love the Phantom of the Opera.
It's leaving Broadway.
I know. I'm so sad.
That's such a bummer, dude. That should stay. That should stay right where it is because
it really should.
I've never seen it, but I know a lot of people love it. I would like to see it.
I thought that maybe I could probably be able to see it, but goddamn no, I can't.
I guess not.
No.
Guess I'll die.
I guess I'll die.
I'm never gonna see this. Who knows though? Sometimes they have people perform stuff like that here.
Also, again, me with Beetlejuice.
God, yeah, Beetlejuice is leaving Broadway too, right?
Yeah, Beetlejuice is leaving Broadway January 8th next year.
That's the Loki's birthday the day after your birthday.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate timing.
Like, why you gotta do that?
Why you gotta do that?
I can't save enough money to go. I cannot do that. I might live closer to New York now, but like...
Well, it's time to get my
kind of
pirate hat.
Oh my god.
Go to YouTube. Go get my pirate hat. We don't condone pirating.
No, we don't.
We totally don't do it.
For legal reasons, we don't.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yes. But yeah, Phantom of the Megaplex, it's a great watch. It's so funny, especially if you know the Phantom of the Opera. It's a wholesome watch. I think it's so funny.
I'm gonna assume the Phantom is not that abusive in this.
No. No. It's harmless, like, fucking pranks. As harmless as it can be for a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's really fucking funny. It's really fucking funny because the little brother was super duper convinced the whole entire time that it is the Phantom, and his older brother Pete and his older sister are just like, no, it's not. You need to stop that, until they actually see the Phantom, and they're like, okay, you're right. What do we do?
Get the holy water. Get the holy water.
But yeah, again, this is in a movie theater, so this is hugely revolving around movie logic. And I think it's really great. I love it so much. It's a good watch for like little kids.
Sweet.
Little kids can watch this.
Oh, good.
And we got TV shows.
TV shows. I only had a few that I could think of, and I've only actually ever seen one of these.
Oh my god.
Again, I was chicken shit when I was a kid, okay?
Why is it a mood?
So the first one, everybody knows this show. If you don't, somehow, please go watch it. It's good. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Heck yeah.
I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. This show, I think, had, 4 seasons. It lasted from 1996 to 2002. And I think it recently had a Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover. I'm pretty sure. Which I really want to see.
It's called Straight Out of Nowhere.
That's fun. But I did want to discuss...
I still want to see that, though.
I did want to discuss my favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
We've already talked about it, but my favorite episode was the... What was it called? Well, I don't remember what the episode was called. It's the Return the Slab guy. King Ramses. Ooh, return the slab.
That shit's so scary. The fucking plagues, though?
Ugh. How many plagues were there? Was it 3 or 4?
I think it was... Wasn't it 3?
I think it was 3. It was like... One plague was, oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen this show. Like... Well, it was 4 plagues. Oh my god, what the fuck was it?
You should have searched this when you were doing this.
I didn't think about it. I know one in particular. Where's the fucking photograph? With the fucking... The man in Gauze, King Ramses. The song got fucking stuck in my head. It's so fucking stupid.
I know that one was like the funniest bit ever.
Fucking Courage going to town with it with a fucking bat.
That was a mood. I was so happy that he did that because I knew everyone watching it wanted to do that.
It's a catchy song and I hate how catchy it is.
Right?
And then another one of the plagues is like the house getting eaten by a bunch of fucking locusts.
No.
Which freaked me out for some reason. I didn't like the idea of that. And I don't... It's just... It's a fucking great episode. I loved it.
It's such a good episode.
It's definitely one of the scariest. It is freaky. The fucking King Ramses is creepy looking because his animation style is different than everything else around him, which is kind of like the thing with Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's gonna look creepy, but everybody always says it's the "you're not perfect" guy, and I'm like, that's creepy, but he only lasts for half a second. King Ramses is in it the entire episode.
Yeah,
basically the entire episode. And like, oh my god, hey Red, what are you doing? He's here.
The cat.
What are you doing, fan? And a baby. I love him. But yeah, that's the first TV show I've got. What are you doing, dude? He's messing with your plastic.
Phantom.
What are you doing, dude? There you go. But what a shit. I lost my train of thought. Because there was a cat.
You're talking about Courage.
Courage, of course. I love Courage. But yeah, my synopsis that I wrote, this was a show that was about a cowardly dog named about Courage. Courage Cowardly Dog, of course. That lived with an elderly couple. The show would have a new person, creature, ghost, etc. each episode that frightened Courage and many children from 1996 to 2002, lasting for 4 seasons. Because this is like a traumatizing show for a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah.
This show should not be for kids.
I watched the reruns.
Some of this stuff is not for kids. Like, ooh.
Disturbing imagery? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, not as disturbing as you would think.
Depends on what your level of disturbing is.
Yeah.
Like,
but it is...
The violin girl.
Yeah. It is a horror comedy show. So.
Yes. Oh, it's funny. It's hilarious.
So funny.
I love it.
It has its serious, like, moments.
Yeah.
It's
like
still really
when
funny.
they first got Courage.
Yeah.
That was a sad episode.
This shit made me cry.
I was like, what is this? This is so sad.
Damn, we got Courage's, like, origin story. It made me cry.
It was so sad. Also, I hate you. Well, he's mean to Courage almost the entire time.
Eustace? Yeah.
He's funny, but I'm also like, leave the dog alone. He reminds me of my dad.
Yeah, but in the end, Eustace really does love him, though. Because there's a point where, yeah, he does have to, like, save him.
You're gonna have to show me that because I don't remember that. I believe you, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I think there is a point where in one of the episodes or something that he does have to save him, or that like there's one where Eustace is like close to death or something, like it's close to it, and Courage has to save him, and he's very thankful for him.
Aw.
I know that.
And you're still mean to the fucking dog.
Yeah.
God, please. Fuck's sake. So, what show do you have?
I have Goosebumps.
Oh, I also put Goosebumps. Fuck.
Goosebumps.
So you could probably talk about this, because again, I had never watched Goosebumps.
I have seen Goosebumps, but it's been a goddamn while. But again, you can watch Goosebumps on Netflix.
Yeah, the only thing I really, like, but, like, I know that people know of is, I think, the pilot episode with the fucking masks getting stuck to people's faces.
Yeah.
And that really freaked people out.
Okay, so if you don't know, Goosebumps is a 1990s TV series produced in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a TV anthology series that ran for 4 seasons from 1995 to 1998, premiering on the Fox Kids Network on October 27th, 1995. The series mainly features plots based off of the Goosebumps books, and it was the #1 rated show, children's show for the past 3 years. Oh, for 3 years, not past 3 years, but yeah. So again, this show is based off of the Goosebumps series.
Mm-hmm.
If you have read the books, more than likely those books have been turned into the TV show.
Yeah.
And I remember Say Cheese and Die was like one of my favorites, but also one of like the spookier ones.
Say cheese and die.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's very funny if you just say the title.
Cheese, bang!
Yeah.
That moment of silence.
That's pretty much it, though! But I think it's funny.
When you accidentally sum up the episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's funny.
Here comes Red.
Oh, we got the cat here. He's gonna jump on the couch, apparently.
Dude? He's hanging out. There you go. Oh, he's gonna bother Yeg, I think. Or not.
But yeah, it's super nostalgic. If you watch the show as a kid and you watch like either the reruns or something like that,
dun, dun, dun,
it's
dun,
very,
dun,
very
dun.
great. You could definitely know the theme song for it.
Oh yeah. So my next and final thing that I wrote down, and I did think of a couple others while we're sitting here talking about this, and I guarantee you have one of them on your list. There's no way you don't. But the next one I'm going to talk about is Are You Afraid of the Dark? Again, never watched this, but I know it scared a lot of fucking people.
I do have Are You Afraid of the Dark on here.
Yeah, do you have the original and the remake?
So here's the thing. I separated the original and remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have kind of different things going on.
I have Are You Afraid of the Dark from 1990 to 1996 and
Yes.
1999 and 2000.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're 2 separate ones. But both series of Are You Afraid of the Dark revolved around like a group of teenagers.
Yeah, and there's like a third one that's out too. So like a third redoing thing. You know what? It's
a reboot.
Reboot.
It's a reboot.
Forgot the word for reboot. Excuse me. I got a little tongue tied.
But mainly the 90s and the 2001 are mostly when I'm focusing on 4 kids.
Mm.
But yeah, do you want to go through the synopsis for that?
The OG?
Yes, the OG.
Okay. Let me go back to my previous page. I said this was a horror show in which a group of kids known as the Midnight Society would gather around a campfire and tell scary stories. Many of these stories were quite frightening, and some were arguably not for children.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the pool monster.
It's always the pool monster, though.
I've only seen that dude. Like, I've never seen the episode. I've seen, like, GIFs and pictures of him. I would have cried as a child. I would have cried.
So it was like the first episode with the Tale of the Phantom Cab. That shit freaked me out.
Canadian Hagrid!
That shit freaked me out. It wasn't even Canadian Hagrid. It was at the end when they were in the car and the dude twisted his head around like the fucking Exorcist.
I sort of died, yeah.
Yeah, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what? I was not expecting that. Again, I watched those on YouTube.
Yeah.
I watched those in parts, in 3 fucking parts.
Woo.
I also remember, I think it was like the 2nd episode in the 1st season, the laughing in the dark. Fucking clown.
With the clown, yeah.
Yeah. It's a fucking clown.
I've seen bits and pieces of that, and the acting has not aged well. But I could see
the 90s.
I could see where it was so fucking creepy.
It was creepy. But again, it was the 90s.
It was the 90s. The ginger guy is the scariest. No, I'm kidding. No, he's not the scariest thing in that. The clown is the scariest thing in that.
Also, apparently, like, the dust that they would throw into the fire was coffee mate.
Oh! At least it wasn't magnesium. How to flashbang yourself in 0.2 seconds.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, the second scariest thing about the tale of Laughing in the Dark is that dude dropping his bowl of pudding on the floor.
Yeah.
Number 1 being the clown, number 3 being him, the ginger.
Yeah, so honestly, most of the stories that the kids would tell would, like, revolve around either demons, ghosts, magic, haunted houses, magical curses, aliens, witches, vampires, or werewolves. And usually all that is coming into contact with, like, kids. Like, little kids.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have really freaked me out as a kid, dude. This would have... Ugh.
It freaked me out as a kid. It did its job.
Panic.jpg, like... Mama flew up. No, it would have made me get so scared I probably would have thrown up. I'm not gonna lie.
Amazing.
Because that had happened to me a couple of times when I was a kid. Screaming, crying, throwing up. Woo.
I love that though.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
There was one not episode, but one show in particular that I used to watch on Discovery Kids. I think it was called like My Friend Tut or something like that. Like, hold on, I gotta look it up. I should have looked it up earlier. I didn't.
You talking about Tuttenstein?
Tuttenstein, yeah, Tuttenstein.
Yeah, I watched that too.
That was a good one. I was really into Ancient Egypt when I was a kid.
Also, another one that we can talk about is Truth or Scare.
Truth or Scare,
Truth or
Michelle
Scare.
Trachtenberg. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh my god, I love that. That's where you would get like all your ghost stories and paranormal sightings and stuff like that.
That show was freaky.
TBH.
TBH.
Also, like you would get historical stories. Like you would actually learn from this show.
Yeah. It was really good.
It's so good. I love like the atmosphere, how it was creepy and stuff like that. How Michelle was a really good host.
Yes, she was.
Michelle was a very good host.
Yeah, and then another one that I know you have a soft spot for, Growing Up Creepy.
Yeah. Okay, so I have that on my list too.
Good. I figured you would.
But yeah, man, if you don't know Growing Up Creepy...
Oh, damn. Truth or Scare lasted only 2 years. I'm sad. Sorry, keep going.
Not a lot of people, like, know Growing Up Creepy. But here's the synopsis for that. So, as told in the opening introduction, and in the episode Creepy Crawling, Creepy was an infant left on the doorstep of the Dweezwold Mansion, which is home to a family of various anthropomorphic insects. The family took her in and raised her as their own, and she must now adjust to normal life surrounded by other humans as she attends Middington Middle School, and keeps her home life a secret in order to protect both herself and her family.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah, it's a very, very cute show. I loved it growing up. I wish we could have like more shows like that.
Yeah.
That are more geared towards like creepy and like gothic type of feel, you know?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. They just don't make shows like that anymore. It makes me real bummed.
They don't.
Just like, they're so good. I'm also like taking a peek at Truth or Scare stuff. Dracula was my favorite episode of Truth or Scare because I was really into vampires when I was a kid. I thought they were so fascinating. But man, the nostalgia.
I had a grudge with vampires when I was a kid, and it's all because of my mom.
You still mildly do.
I still mildly do, yeah. And it's all because of my mom.
Good job, Mary. Call your mom by her name. Good job, Mary.
No, she'd hit me.
No, not you. I meant me.
Oh, I was like, nah, my mom would hit me if I called her by her first name.
Hee hee, whoopsie.
For legal purposes, that's a joke.
Hee.
But she's Mexican, so who knows? You can't disrespect your mom by calling her by her name.
Mother, I crave violence.
So what's another show that you have?
Um. Hold on. Let me go Google real quick. I'm sorry.
Did you not have other ones?
No, because I'm a dumbass.
Oh my god, okay.
I thought I had more. I'm sorry. I thought I had more than what I actually had. I'm trying my best.
So I'm gonna read this one.
Okay.
So the other one that I have is another R.L. Stein one, which is The Haunting Hour.
Uh-huh.
So The Haunting Hour is an original anthology horror fantasy television series, which is based off of the 2007 movie The Haunting Hour, Don't Think About It. So this TV show spawned off of that movie. And the anthologies, The Haunting Hour and The Nightmare Hour, by R.L. Stein, that originally aired on the Hub Network, which I think it's now Discovery Kids? No, not Discovery Kids. Discovery something.
Let me see. It was originally on the what network?
On the Hub.
The Hub? Oh, no, yeah, the Hub was Discovery Kids.
I know it was Discovery Kids, but I don't know if it's still the Hub right now.
I don't know. Let me.
But yeah, either way.
I'm scared if I look up the Hub, it's gonna come up with a corn hub. Like.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna Google. I'll Google
funny.
that later. I'll Google that later.
You're like, I'll do that after this.
I'll do that when
I don't
we're
want
not
to risk
recording.
shit. So
My
yeah,
phone's muted, but that doesn't mean shit.
It premiered on October 29th, 2010 to October 11th, 2014. And like Goosebumps, every episode features a different cast in a scary situation that would involve ghosts, aliens, witches, zombies, and monsters. However, the storylines are much darker than its predecessor, and some episodes serve as a very dark morality tale. Unlike Goosebumps, which is more aimed for kids, The Haunting Hour is a little more into older kids, kind of more into preteens.
Mm-hmm.
But I still kept it in a kids format because I think it's still up for like kids that are 10, 11, 12. And that's preteen age.
Yeah.
So unlike the Goosebumps series, the threat of death is not implied, being both clear and permanent. In addition, death in the show is not limited to the antagonist.
Oh.
And minor characters, side characters.
Yeah.
With some stories even ending with the main protagonist being killed.
Holy crap,
However,
dude.
there are some episodes that have happy endings, similar to most of the episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which had a similar formula. So yeah, The Haunting Hour is a lot more darker than Goosebumps, but it's still in the same realm of it. Also, The Nightmare Hour is still in the same realm of it too. I know The Nightmare Hour, I used to watch that on like Kids WB.
Mm-hmm.
And The Haunting Hour, I watched it on the Hub.
The Hub. The Frog. No, kidding.
I mean, I did watch it on Discovery Kids, and then when it transitioned to the Hub, that was like, I was so confused because I didn't know it did that, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm really trying to find. Oh, excuse me. More kids horror, but I failed.
It's fine. Okay, so the next one I have is The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Why didn't I think of that? To be fair, I didn't watch it that much.
So, if you don't know The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
Somehow.
it follows Billy, an extremely dim-witted, happy-go-lucky boy, and Mandy, a cynical, remorseless girl who, after winning a limbo game to save Billy's pet hamster, gain Grim, the mighty Grim Reaper, as their best friend forever.
He's a pretty cool guy.
He is a pretty cool guy. I love The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
The only thing I remember from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is Voltaire.
Amazing. That's one of the episodes that I fucking love, though.
Brains.
So Grim, who is reluctant to serve the two children, has access to supernatural items, spells, and other abilities that often lead Billy and Mandy to interact with otherworldly environments, characters, and situations. It's like, it's not gross. Like, it's not like...
Some of it's gross.
Some of it's gross, but it's not like Flapjack gross, you know?
Yeah. Flapjack gross is pretty gross.
Flapjack gross is gross.
It's bad that I went Mr. Meaty gross, but
yeah,
that's debatably also a
but
horror
honestly,
show.
like, that show is really, really good. really funny. It's so funny.
Yeah,
the comedic shit is so good.
The bits I've seen of Billy and Mandy were really funny.
It's very entertaining. Super entertaining. And I think it's funny that 2 little kids have control over the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grimm's kind of a pushover, I think.
Yes, and it's funny. Okay. So speaking of the Addams Family that I said earlier, there is a Netflix spinoff. So the Netflix spinoff, which is going to premiere on November 23rd, which is on a Wednesday.
Nice.
So Wednesday is a coming-of-age supernatural comedy focusing on Wednesday Addams and her years as a high school student at Nevermore Academy, where she attempts to master her psychic powers.
Nevermore Academy, I love that.
Yeah, so where she attempts to master her psychic powers, stop a monstrous killing spree of the town's citizens, and solve a supernatural mystery that affected her family 25 years ago, all while navigating new relationships.
She fucking puts piranhas in the fucking school pool.
Yes, I love it. Go her. It's defending her brother. It's okay.
That's fair, but where'd she get the piranhas?
It's Wednesday.
You know what? You're right. But damn, bro. Now we gotta clean the pool, though. Shit.
I don't know.
I'm saying this because I love swimming. Like, god damn it. Now I gotta wait a whole fucking
those boys
day.
got what they deserved. I think it's funny as shit.
Give me those balls, boy.
I'm so excited to watch this show because it's gonna bring out a lot of like the Latinx heritage that the Addams family has.
Oh, really?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, Gomez, yeah.
Representation is what I want, and we are all getting
beautiful.
As Latinx people.
I'm so happy for you.
We are all getting that, and I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you.
So I have Invader Zim.
Oh, I never watched Invader Zim.
I have Invader Zim. I fucking watched Invader Zim. That was one of my favorite shows because I was a weird ass kid.
Yeah. It freaked me out.
So the series centers around an extraterrestrial named Zim. He is from the planet Urk, and his mission to conquer the Earth and enslave the human race, along with his malfunctioning robot servant Gur. He is the antagonist. He is antagonized by Dib, a young paranormal investigator who is determined to stop Zim from succeeding. This show is completely fucking stupid and funny. It's really a good watch for kids because, like, you can literally just leave it on. They can watch it. No fucking big deal. Yeah, might have some disturbing imagery. It's known.
You might traumatize
imagery.
Your child. No big deal.
Might. If they're younger, yes.
Yeah.
If they're a little older, they're completely fine. Because
Yeah.
I watched it when I was a little older, and I'm completely fine.
For the most part.
Oh my god. But yeah, dude, Invader Zim had a fucking chokehold on emo kids, and I thought it was funny.
Well, look at the aesthetic.
You're right. It's so good, man. It's a funny ass show.
God.
I thought it was a funny ass show.
Understandable. It's really...
The way you said it.
Had a chokehold on emo kids.
It fucking did!
I know, but it was funny the way you said it.
Look, it did, just like the Nightmare Before Christmas did too.
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
God, you guys are being strangled by it.
Why? I'm like, I get it. I mean, I have Nightmare Before Christmas socks, but like, that's it.
That's all I got. Well, you got a Nightmare Before Christmas mask that I picked out for you as well when you moved here.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. It's cute. It's purple. It's my favorite color.
Yeah. We made sure it's your favorite color.
Oh my god. But yeah, Invader Zim, that shit traumatized me as a kid too. But like, it was so fun to watch. Especially if you rewatch it while you're an adult. Holy shit.
Some jokes that went over your head as a
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
But honestly, if your kid's like a little weird, like I was a little weird as a kid, they're gonna love this show. It's so funny.
Yeah, some stuff that really comes to mind. They're not horror, but like kind of like in the same way of The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. I think of Ren and Stimpy a little bit.
Oh, I don't like Ren and Stimpy.
You don't like Ren and
I
Stimpy?
never liked Ren and Stimpy.
Some of it I liked. A lot of it, I'm like, that's creepy. What the fuck is wrong with this show? To be fair, I think the writer was on cocaine when he was writing episodes for this show.
Ren and Stimpy is very raunchy.
It's very raunchy.
Very
Definitely
raunchy.
not for kids.
It's not for kids. We mention it right here on a kids episode, but it is not for kids. No.
Don't let the animation style fool you.
Oh, it is. It's definitely not for kids.
Same with Cow and Chicken.
Yeah.
Same people, basically.
So the next one that I have, I forgot that I wanted to read this after Growing Up Creepy, but the next one I have is Ruby Gloom. And Ruby Gloom, it's so fucking cute. So the synopsis that I was able to gather is, some kids might be afraid of the dark, but Ruby is different. She befriends strange characters like Doom Kitty, Skull Boy, Misery, Boo Boo, and Mr. Buns. This show is aimed at more of like, I think, like preschool audience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so good because you can have your kids watch it, and the thing is, the character Misery talks about death, and she talks about depression and all this stuff.
Damn.
Because her name is Misery.
Damn.
But this whole entire show teaches kids morals and stuff like that, and it's very educational for them. And it has a very cutesy art style, but it's very horror centric and it's gothic. Yeah. So this actually, Ruby Gloom started out as like a stationery line where there was mostly backpacks, pencil cases, pencils, pens, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And it transitioned into an actual cartoon for kids.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So I thought that was like really cute. And I remember like kind of watching it on like the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing the name Ruby Gloom on the Discovery Channel, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
It's very cute. Again, it's for like a younger audience.
Yeah.
But it's not like too preschool or kindergarten.
Not Cocomelon levels.
No, not Cocomelon levels. Fuck no. But
The way you
it's still I don't like Cocomelon.
I know you don't. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah. But it is in the realm for kids.
Yeah.
Even though it does sometimes deal with like heavy topics, but it's put in a way where kids can understand it.
Yeah.
And I love that. The next one I have is another R.L. Stein.
God, he's got it going on right now, dude.
Yeah,
Jeez.
he does.
He's got so many.
So this one is Just Beyond, and it's an American horror comedy anthology series created based off of the Boom Studios graphic novels of the same name by R.L. Stein, and it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, cool.
So each story, again, is very different from the previous ones, and I really loved it when I saw it initially. The episode that's, I think, stays with me is the one where the kids are brainwashed, and I really do feel like if they don't cooperate, I think they kill them. I think
that
they do.
took a jump.
Yeah, it's on fucking Disney. It's on Disney Plus.
Disney, you good?
But I think that's what happens, or they just brainwash them to the point where they don't remember anything.
Oh,
and they're under their control. Pretty
I don't
much.
know what would be worse.
I don't know.
Dying or brainwash.
They're all brainwashed though to be perfect girls, to be the very polite girls you would see in society.
Fuck no.
Yeah, no.
I
don't like it.
You. Don't make me do it.
But it's a very good series. I remember there's also another one where this girl gets stuck in a theater and she has to deal with the ghosts that are in there.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a spooky theater.
It's a spooky theater. And basically they just want to perform the play that they never got to perform. That's the whole gist of it.
That sounds very familiar. Why did it just remind me of Julie and the Phantoms for like half a second? Oh no. Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a stupid grin on your face. You always get that grin on your face whenever I mention
I love Julie
and the Phantoms.
Okay? Look. man. I love Julie and the Phantom so fucking much.
I only watched 3 episodes of it. It broke my heart.
Yeah, I know. You need to watch the whole entire series.
You need to watch me full on sob with
Please.
that fucking show.
Oh my god. Dude, when we go to your aunt's, I want you to watch the whole entire thing.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill me.
I want you to watch the whole entire thing, and I will rewatch it with you.
Okay.
It's gonna be my 3rd time rewatching it.
Okay, I'm gonna be sobbing and you better give me a hug.
I will. Don't worry.
Thank God.
I mean, I sobbed.
I'm not gonna be okay.
But speaking of Julie and the Phantoms.
Oh, did you actually put it on there? Aw. Accidental segue.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so Julie and the Phantom isn't really horror, but it has elements of it because
Ghosts.
It's ghosts.
It's spooks. They're cute
Yeah.
boys.
If you've seen Julie and the Phantoms, my favorite is Reggie. I have a soft spot for Reggie so much.
Reggie's great. Reggie's got a chaotic energy that I really like.
Same. Fucking love him. He's a goofball.
Also, I like his fashion sense.
Same.
And his hair is really nice.
So adorable.
We're just hitting on him at this point. I'm sorry. I am. I mean.
Also, I mean, I guess, like...
Damn it, he's married in real life.
Fun fact about me, I almost met him. He's the voice of Finn from Adventure Time.
So bad for you.
And I almost met him at Anime Expo in LA.
Tell the story.
I was dressed as Marceline. I think it was my very first year at Anime Expo, and I was walking around the exhibition hall. He was doing a signing, and he called me over. Like, he yelled towards me, saying like, "Hi, Marceline," and he was telling me to like come over, but I couldn't because security was like, I didn't have money, and I was like, I feel like that should have given me a pass, though.
I was getting ready to say, I feel like if the actor themselves is calling you over to talk to you, security should just let you bypass. Just let
Either
Can we
way,
add him? Can we add him on Twitter, please?
we can add him on Twitter.
God.
It's all good. But like, either way, it was a highlight of my day, because that was like one of my very first cosplays that I ever did. And
then he shows up in Julie and the Phantoms, and you're like,
yeah!
wait a minute.
He showed up in Julie and the Phantoms the first time I watched it, and I told Chelsea, my sister, because she was the one who told me to watch it, and I told her, I was like, this dude looks like really familiar.
Where have I seen this
but
guy?
I didn't put 2 and 2 together until it came up on my For You page on TikTok. And they were talking about how he was voicing Finn in Adventure Time, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought it was so fucking funny.
You could have met him.
I could have met him.
Oh, damn the security.
Oh well.
I'm so sad for you.
Either way, it's so good. Julie and the Phantoms is very good. It's based off, I think, of a Brazilian show. And the premise is...
I'm so sad for you, dude. I'm so sorry. I cannot stop thinking about that. I'm really bummed for you.
This was years ago, by the way.
I know, but God, I'm so
It's okay.
sad. It makes me bummed when that happens for people, because like you're so close to meeting somebody, especially since like you didn't really even know him, but like still you end up watching
For
the
those
show.
of you saying like you cosplay Marceline and you didn't know the voice actor, I'm like, look, I barely got into this show. I really liked it. It was at the point where I didn't know the voice actors yet, you know?
But like this sort of thing has happened before, where like people, and it's the same kind of vibe when they're in line to get an autograph, and the person, like the line gets cut off, and it's different if you're at the very end of the line. But if you're the person right at the cutoff, that's where I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that shit sucks, dude. That's so sad.
And here's the thing.
It
I
gives me the same
remember,
vibes.
I clearly remember he didn't have that much of a line. He literally had like, I think 4 people left.
No.
And the security was like, you don't have money to pay for this. You are not going to get in. And I was like...
How much was it? Do you remember?
No. I don't remember at all. I just know they cost money. And I didn't have money my first year. Anyway, so...
Guys always bring money to a con.
Yeah, always bring money to a con. I didn't have money the first year. That was fine. It was okay. I still had fun.
I am irrationally upset at this.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Jeremy, I don't think you'll remember that shit. But like, I still thanks.
Hit us up, man. Please hit us up. Hit us up. You poor bastard.
But yeah, Julie and the Phantoms.
Do you reckon if you were to like add him on Twitter, do you think if you would add him on Twitter and like post your cosplay as Marceline, do you think he would recognize you?
I don't know. It's a shot, but I don't know.
I
don't even know if I have those pictures anymore.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, and I don't know the guy. Obviously, I'm not too familiar with his work. I didn't really watch Adventure Time. But I feel like he'd probably be the kind of guy who doesn't really forget a face, like a fan's face, because
not me wanting to comment on one of his TikToks and just be like, hey.
But like,
I don't know if you remember.
It's the thing is because voice actors don't really get a whole lot of, because he's mostly known for being the voice actor for Finn. And a lot of voice actors don't really get like a whole lot of recognition unless they're like huge, like Matt Mercer.
He's really big for a voice actor.
Yeah, like Matt Mercer big though, or Nolan North,
Troy
Baker.
Not that kind of big, but like pretty well known.
Yeah. Shit, even like a lot of people don't know Zach Callison, who voiced Steven in Steven Universe.
Yeah.
The only reason why I know who that is because he was in Nate Wants to Paddle music video and they're buddies. From what I can tell.
I knew because my friends. Really like Steven Universe, but I wasn't really into Steven Universe.
I would present Zach with my life. He's so sweet.
I still can't believe I got to like go to his concert at Anime Expo.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I have a little highlight reel on my Instagram.
Aww.
Let me see if I could find it.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Hold up.
He's a sweetheart.
I'm pretty sure I do.
He just seems like a really cool guy to hang out with. TBH.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna keep getting sidetracked, and I haven't talked about Julie and the Phantoms.
We just started talking about Reggie's actor.
Yeah.
And how you almost met him.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about that.
Oh my god, he really does seem like a sweetheart to me, man.
Yeah. As someone who like has never been to a con, who's never really met like an actor I really admire, I feel that pain on such a personal level.
I mean, I've had many other like anime expos, and I've met a shit ton of like other celebrities that or like quote unquote influencers that I looked up to multiple times.
God. Chris Villain.
Yeah, I met Chris Villain. Oh my god.
He wanted you to hang out with him.
Yeah, it was me and the rest of the group that was there. He invited us to hang out with them. But I couldn't because I had to like go meet up with my friends. But yeah.
And I've told you this before. If we ever go to Anime Expo together,
and he remembers me too.
And he does remember you because I've talked about you in his stream before, and he remembers you.
Yeah, I remember he met me the year before, which was when he asked like the whole group to like hang out with him if they had time. And then it was the next year, and I think it was just as Leon, but he recognized me.
That's so cool. Dude, if we go together, and he's there and he recognizes you again, I'm totally down to hang out with him.
Oh hell yeah!
If you want, because I like him too. He's cool.
Same.
I love his cosplays. Also, he's fucking. This is a sidetrack, and this is not me. Well, this is low key me hitting on him, but like, dude's fucking ripped. He's really cool. He's a chilled out dude, and they also just modeled for Cloak recently, which which you got really excited about.
We were so proud of him.
So proud of him. He's come so far.
Hell yeah.
It's just funny how, like, not a small cosplayer by any means, because he's got a big following, but, like, how, like, just doing something like cosplaying can really get you a big following like that. To the point where now you're modeling for a brand ran by Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Anyway, Julie and the Phantoms.
Yes! God damn it!
We really just did that.
So Julie and the Phantoms is basically about this girl named Julie who has lost her motivation and passion for music ever since her mother passed away. And she slowly regains it with the help of 3 ghost boys.
Ghost boys!
Reggie, Alex, and Luke.
This show is going to hurt your feelings, guys.
Yes, it is. So, these Ghost Boys were a band called Sunset Curve in the 90s.
Want some merch? I barely watch the show. I want some merch.
It's such a good show. It's very family oriented too. But the thing is, they have to find their purpose as to why they've come back.
Yeah.
And they conclude that it's because they need to perform where they were going to before they passed away.
Yeah. You just want some hot dogs, man.
Yeah. The show kind of traumatized me because I didn't eat hot dogs for like another month.
Oh, no.
I was like, no, I got too sad.
Just sobbing while you're eating a hot dog.
Yeah.
There's nothing more painful than that.
But yeah, this show is like super good. The villain in this show can fuck off. I don't like
creepy.
Caleb.
It's creepy.
I don't like Caleb at all, and his ghost club can like burn to the ground for all I care.
Except for the dancing ladies, barely.
Yeah, except for the dancing ladies.
They're pretty.
But yeah, he's the main antagonist in this, and
damn him for having catchy numbers.
I know, right? It's always a villain that has like really catchy numbers too.
I know.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm struggling.
It doesn't help that I like that kind of music.
Whoopsie. Whoops, my finger slipped.
Oops. But yeah, he tries to trap the boys into becoming his ghost band and living there at the club for eternity. And they try their best to help Julie with whatever she needs, but it ends up with them staying at the club for way longer than they thought. There's conflict. It sort of gets resolved, and the ending is left on a cliffhanger. I'm not gonna fucking lie. If you haven't seen the show, it's left on a cliffhanger, and Netflix had canceled it. Yeah.
I'm so sad.
But if you want to see a show about a ghost band, definitely watch it.
The episode Unsaid Emily is gonna kill you, by the way.
Yeah. I sobbed.
I sobbed too. I was only one episode in and I was out. I was like, oh my god, this hurts my feelings.
I know.
I was sitting behind you trying super hard because you were already crying, and I was sitting behind you stifling my sobs because I didn't want to make it worse for you.
Okay, hi, we're gonna switch it up now. So this next one is a Disney Channel animated show, which is also about a ghost. So the show is called The Ghost and Molly McGee.
Okay.
So in the human realm, this is the synopsis. In the human realm, 13-year-old optimist Molly McGee arrives in her new hometown, Brighton, only to discover a grumpy ghost named Scratch haunting her new house. Scratch curses Molly in an attempt to scare her away. However, that backfires, forever binding him to her.
Uh-oh.
After a rocky introduction to Molly's family, Scratch and Molly form a tentative friendship. Shortly thereafter, the ghost realm, in the level of misery in Brighton, decreases slightly. The Ghost Council's chairman notices this. While initially antagonistic towards her, Scratch opens up to Molly with time, and their friendship strengthens.
Question.
Yes.
When you say Brighton, do you mean like Brighton Beach in the UK?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd ask. Are they British?
No.
Okay, probably not then. just a question. Just curious.
So I haven't seen the show, but it is on my list on Disney Plus, so you can watch it on Disney Plus. But it looks so fucking cute. It's definitely a good watch for kids. It's more on the comedy side. There is nothing scary about it.
Oh, okay. By the way, there's nothing scary about Julie and the Phantoms either.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing scary about Julie and the Phantoms.
That's just the scariest part is how hard your feelings are gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Just so you know. God, it tore me up. 3 episodes I got tore up. That's just an hour and a half.
But I mean, I got so fucking happy when I saw this because the main protagonist is Latina.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. So I got so happy seeing representation.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, guys.
Hell yeah.
Love you.
So the next one I have is Danny Phantom.
Oh, that was an obvious one. For fuck's sake.
We're sticking with ghosts right now.
I hate myself for this.
I mean, so if you don't know Danny Phantom, just go listen to the theme song and you'll understand the whole entire show. But I'm not going to sing that right now. So I'll give you the synopsis. The series follows Danny Phantom, a teenage boy who, after an accident with an unpredictable portal between the human world and the ghost zone, becomes a human-ghost hybrid and takes on the task of saving his town and the world from subsequent ghost attacks using an evolving variety of supernatural powers. Danny is aided by his quest by his two best friends, Sam Manson and Tucker Foley, and later on his older sister Jazz, who, for the most series, are among the only people who know about his double life.
Yes. I totally forgot. Like, I haven't watched Danny Phantom in a really long time.
Danny Phantom was my fucking favorite cartoon on Nickelodeon. I loved it so fucking much.
Mine was SpongeBob Me Bob. No, I'm kidding. Well, yes, but no.
I mean, so was SpongeBob. SpongeBob was so fucking funny.
SpongeBob used to be so good.
But if we're talking about, like, supernatural and, like, horror-wise, it was Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
More cartoonish ones.
House of
Anubis is also very fucking good and underrated.
Very underrated. Not a lot of people know about it, I don't feel like. But that's not really horror. It's suspenseful. It's not really horror. It's more of a mystery.
Yeah.
But also, again, I was very into Ancient Egypt. That show fascinated the hell out of me. I watched it every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I loved it.
It was so good.
So good.
But yeah, Danny Phantom is a really good cartoon, and honestly, it's good for kids, and it's good for, like, teens, but once you get older and you start to, like, really understand the ghosts and their backstories, it's really fucking sad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really fucking sad with how, like, they've died and stuff like that, and what they actually want to do when they're in the, like, human realm. Mm-hmm. But other than that, like, the show is super funny.
Yeah.
It's super funny. The animation is really good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was the same person who did the Fairly Odd Parents, I think.
Butch Hartman, but we don't like Butch Hartman.
No, we don't.
Me and my homies hate Butch Hartman.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's the same animation style.
Yeah, you can tell it's the same animation style.
Yeah.
But yeah, Danny Phantom is so good. I think it only lasts like 2-3 seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was under the impression that it lasted longer than that, but maybe I'm just not remembering correctly.
No, I think it only lasted 3 seasons, and then next year, I believe, in like May, maybe around there, they're gonna release a graphic novel, and that's gonna be a continuation of the series.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you can watch that on Paramount Plus.
Woo!
So hell yeah. And the last kids TV show that I have is Dead End Paranormal Park.
Mm-hmm.
And this series follows Barney and Norma, the newest employees at a haunted house theme park, which is actually haunted, like for realsies.
For realsies.
The pair is joined by Barney's dog, Pugsley, and Courtney, a 1,000-year-old demon. Together they face zombies, game show hosts, witches, and crushes. And it's notable. This show is very notable because the main protagonist, Barney, is trans.
Oh. When did this come out?
This came out last year.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And season 2 is going to come out in October.
Neat.
I think October 13th.
So this month.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Like 12 days. Okay.
Yeah.
12 days from when this gets posted.
Yes.
Possibly.
And I want to note that the person who voices Pugsley is Alex Brightman, and he is currently Beetlejuice on Broadway.
Oh, that guy! He seems so charming.
Yeah, he is.
He seems like a lot of fun. I think he's really cool.
Also, the person who voices Courtney, the demon, is Emily Osment.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Good for her.
I was like, holy shit.
It's been so long it's been years since I've heard that name. Just Smoking a cigarette. Haven't heard that name in years.
It's been 84 years. But yeah, this show is like super good. I love it. It has its serious moments because of Barney with his parents dealing with the fact that he is trans. So he has trauma with that, and it's mostly because to him, every time his grandma comes over, the family never defends him in any way about being trans, and they always tell him that, oh, it's just your grandma, that's just how she is, you know?
Yeah.
She's like not really gonna change or anything. But
Fuck that.
he's just like, he just wants the support. And it's so sad. I'm
gonna
like,
adopt this child.
can't the parents just give him the support? But no.
No, you grandma's son. She could be dead in 5 years. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
But the show's really funny. It's really good. It has good morals and everything in it. Especially if you're like LGBTQ, you would definitely love the show.
Yeah.
Very good representation. I think it's so fucking cute, man. I think it's so fucking cute. But it does have like high stakes and serious moments.
Quick question before we wrap this up.
Mm-hmm.
Would Stranger Things count as kids horror? Or is that, like, more teen?
No, Stranger Things would be more teen.
Okay. I
Teen and
figured as
young
much.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stranger Things would be more teen and young adult. And that's the next category that I actually have, and this is the very last category that I have.
Okay.
Because I separated my thing where it's like kids movies and then kids TV shows, and then I wanted to make a separate one because I do consider them in the same realm of preteen, teens, and young adults. So the next one is, Are You Afraid of the Dark? And we have already talked about the original one.
Yeah.
This is the newer one from 2019, and it's still going on to this day.
Yeah.
This is the reboot of the original series, but the difference is each season.
The Midnight Society is not a thing anymore.
No, the Menace Society is still a thing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So each group that you follow is they're different casts in each of these things, but they all revolve around that they are the Midnight Society of their world.
Oh,
Wherever they are in the part of the world, they are a Midnight Society to that friend group.
Gotcha.
And they all tell scary stories. So it does continue on with, they all tell scary stories.
Do the whole fire thing?
No.
Damn it! Son of a bitch! I want my daily fire explosion.
So,
No.
like, yes, they do, but you don't really see it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because there is the first one, which started this reboot, which is Carnival of Doom. And this one is more in line of what you would see with, like, the original one, where there's a group telling scary stories, and they initiate someone new into their group.
Yeah.
And they do go by, like submitted for the approval of the Minute Society and stuff like that. They do go with that. But with this, it's not just one story each episode. This story is contained in 3-hour-long episodes, and instead of it just being like, oh, you're just gonna watch it like how you did with the original one, where none of these characters are actually in the series, that's different.
Gotcha.
The story that's being told by someone is actually coming to life. For instance, the Carnival of Doom, the new girl, I think her name was like Rachel.
Yeah.
She tells a story of the Carnival of Doom and the man with the top hat, the ringleader.
It's always some bastard in a top hat.
And that her story comes to life. And it revolves around them. And each kid starts to go missing and they don't remember them.
Yeah.
The next day.
This version really has an emphasis on the anthology, right?
Yes.
Because I think the original is an anthology, kinda?
No. The original is an anthology.
Okay.
It is an anthology because each episode is different. But it's all connected because of the Midnight Society.
Yeah.
This one is also an anthology and it is also connected by the Midnight Society.
Gotcha. Just in a different way.
Yes, just in a different way. So instead of each character having different stories each season, it's one main group fighting against the antagonist of the story that it's revolving around.
Mm-hmm.
And the next season is Curse of Shadows. And this one is one where it's a folklore tale.
Yeah.
And in this one, you see the part of the Midnight Society banding together because one of their own has gone missing. And they're trying to figure out what happened, what did that person do, and they figure out that they were trying to contact a spirit or something with the Book of Shadows. And they end up conjuring the shadow creature, which honestly scared the shit out of me when I watched it. I was
God,
like,
even kids shows are spoken you nowadays. God dang.
Because it was creepy. The carnival one didn't. The carnival one made me fucking happy.
Yeah, you like the carnival setting.
I love the carnival. I do love the carnival setting. I love it so much.
Oh, man. I need...
But, like...
Carnival stuff, to just... Whenever I get the first 2 books again, I really want to read Cirque du Freak to you. Because the movie sucks.
I don't like them.
It was only one movie. I wonder why. It was bad.
No, I mean, both. I didn't like the movie and I didn't like the books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You read them?
Yes.
Oh, did you read all of them?
High school. I think I only read like 2 of them.
Oh.
Because I tried to get into them and I was like, no. I was not into it.
I'm assuming you started with the first book, right? Because you can't read them out of order.
I don't know. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, if you read them out of order, you're going to be really lost.
This was high school.
Yeah. But,
It's been 8 years since I was in high school and I don't remember.
You might have... Your thoughts might change. I will read it to you. Don't test me. I'll read it to you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to read you a bedtime story.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I haven't finished the series either, but I want to restart it because my first 2 books were stolen. So that's fun. It's
fucking sad.
They're on my Amazon wish list.
But yeah, back to Are You Afraid of the Dark? So again, this one revolves around this group banding together to find their lost member.
Mm-hmm.
And shit hits the fan pretty quickly. And then they find out that, like, the one that was missing comes back, but he is possessed by the creature. So yeah, they have to band together to make sure everyone's safe. And it's really fucking sad if you really pay attention to it.
Ugh.
I cried a lot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not the sad.
And then the next one, which is the current one, I think it's still being aired, is Ghost Island. And this one is basically a Midnight Society that disbanded and vowed to never tell scary stories again after an incident that happened with one of their own dying.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I've only seen the first episode of this one. I can't really give a good rundown of it. From what I know, there is a haunted room in the hotel that they were staying in at the island. The reason why they all go together and meet up again is because they promised the person that had passed away that they would go there the next year.
Yeah.
So in her memory, they all go, but they vow to never do the Midnight Society ever again because of that.
Yeah.
But because of what everything is happening, they have to. And the new kid that meets them at the island tells the scary story. And the scary story is of the haunted room that's in the hotel. And the hotel wants to basically cover that up. And they do cover it up because you cannot rent out that room. It does not exist in their system. But you are able to actually find it because even though they covered it with like a storage room for towels, you can literally move it and you'll find that room.
I thought this was going to be a whole, like, this is a creepypasta. Like, you go up to the room, like, after the hotel staff tell you not to go to the room, you can look through the peephole and you'll see red. And then you look through it again, there's a woman sitting on the bed, and she looks very sad. Her back is facing the door, so you can't see her face. And the hotel staff asks you, you went to the room, didn't you? And you're like, yeah. Or the reader is like, yeah. Or whoever. The person's like, yeah. And they're like, well, we have that room closed off because someone died in that room. She had really pale skin and her eyes were red. Giving the idea that she was looking out at you through the peephole or the keyhole. And I'm like, oh, creepy. I like that. But that's what that reminded me of.
That's pretty much like an urban legend.
Yeah, it's pretty well known at this point.
Yeah.
But, like, it's one of my faves. It's well known for a reason.
Yeah. I fucking love that one. But basically, in this one, whoever enters the room does not come out.
Oh.
Yes.
So we're falling into the back rooms now. Okay. Let me get my Switch.
Again, I like it because initially the main, like, story for the ghost part of the story takes place in 1996.
Yeah.
Specifically, December 1996. How do I know? Scream comes out in December 1986, and they were talking about going to go see it. But yeah, that's all I have for Are You Afraid of the Dark? And the reason why I consider this more of like a preteen, teenager, and young adult series is because it is more serious and it is more scarier than the original series.
Yeah.
Yes, the original series is pretty frightening, but it is more kid-friendly. This newer one is not that much, even though it is on Nickelodeon. It is kid-friendly, but it's not as
it's towing it.
Yeah.
It's really towing that line.
It really is. Like, it's a lot more darker than the original series, and I hope it keeps going on even past this season.
Yeah. Hopefully it does.
So the next one I have is not a show, it's a movie.
Uh-huh.
And it's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah. Harold freaked you out.
Yeah.
Even after all this time.
So if you have not seen Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, this is the synopsis. The shadow of Bellows' family has loomed large in the small town of Mill Valley for generations. It's in a mansion that young Sarah Bellows turns her tortured life and horrible secrets into a series of scary stories. These terrifying tales soon have a way of becoming all too real for a group of unsuspecting teens who stumble upon Sarah's spooky home. Ooh. So yes, this is based off of the children's book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And some things are changed. Some monsters are not the same ones that you would see in the book.
Yeah, Harold's story has changed.
Harold's story has changed.
I feel like if Harold's
significantly.
I feel like if they didn't change it, it'd be a rated R movie.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Harold's a doozy, dude.
No, but here's the thing. This movie is PG-13.
Yes.
So it is for teenagers and young adults.
Yes. Teenagers counts as kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they do, because they are minors.
Yes.
Get
nasties.
Yeah, what the fuck? The hell, guys. And I know a lot of people in the horror community didn't think it was scary, but I'm like, of course it's not to you. It's
this
for
should traumatize
kids.
you.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It fucking did. Look, it might not scare you, but it scared me. I was in the front row watching this with my cousin.
Oh my I didn't realize you were in the front row.
Yeah, me and Adam were in the front row.
Oh, you poor bitch. God, I know Harold came on and I know you were a puddle when Harold came on.
Oh my god.
Man, the way that dude died fucking sucked.
I was so scared what they were going to do because I did not know what they were going to do with the monsters. I had not seen anything. I've only seen like the behind the scenes of special effects, but I did not know what they were going to do.
Yeah. With
these characters that they picked. And I was like, this is rated PG-13. How are they going to do Harold?
They change it.
They change it.
I wish they didn't, but you know, whatever.
I wish they didn't either, but I mean, again, it's for kids.
I guess.
It's a kid's horror movie. Either way, turning into a scarecrow like that, fucking scary too.
Yeah. I could just feel the hay coming up through my fucking throat.
Yeah.
It's gross. The straw.
Scratchy as hell.
Brr.
It's gross. But it's such a good movie.
I'm gonna do a quick mindfuck with our audience. Okay, so guys, look at anything in your room. If you imagine it, your tongue already knows what it's gonna feel like on your own tongue. Like, if you look at, like, a glass, you already know, your tongue already knows, oh, it's gonna feel cool and smooth against your tongue.
It's weird as shit.
It's really weird. Just think about it. You can look at your pet, and you can be like, oh, if I put my tongue on my pet's head, it's gonna be fuzzy, and it's gonna be gross. It's just a weird thing. So, yeah, just imagine the straw just...
Yeah, it's gross. So here's the thing also. We were going to talk about the books, but we decided not to do that because we have a whole episode dedicated to that coming up.
Yeah.
So we decided to just talk about the movie here in general. But we do plan on covering the movie on the channel.
Yeah. The book... There's 3 books.
Yes.
And we can't really cover the book here because there's so many stories.
There's a lot of stories.
They're all short, but, like, there's a lot.
Yeah. But they're all very good. The movie is super good. Again, if you're, like, a kid, preteen, or teenager, you will definitely love this movie.
Yeah, and you're a little badass if you check this out in the elementary school library. TBH, because, oh my god.
This movie is really good for gateway horror if you want it more elevated than your regular... like kid horror movies,
like Goosebumps and stuff like that. Yeah,
if you want a more elevated feel, it's gonna be Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and currently you can still watch it on Netflix.
Good gateway to horror.
Yes, it's a good gateway to more advanced horror.
Yeah,
honestly,
that and like good gateway to advanced horror as well as The Shining. I feel like everybody watches The Shining. It's their first horror movie.
Yeah,
it was probably one of my first horror movies. Honestly, it's pretty. Everybody always talked about how scary The Shining was, and I watched it. I was like, it wasn't that scary. I liked it, though.
It's more psychological than anything.
Yeah. It's more of a psychological thriller. I guarantee the book's scarier, though. I don't
know. So the next one I have, this is going to go more into, like, teen and young adult.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one I have is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah. OG or new?
No. New.
New?
New. Because the original one is just Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is the 90s one with... Melissa Joan Hart. That's hers.
That's a comedy.
Yes, that's a comedy. You could put that for like kids category. That's completely safe for kids to watch if you want it. If you want to be entertained by like a 90s sitcom.
Just the clips I've seen of it is really funny.
It's really funny. I watched that show every time I came home from elementary school. I would watch it. It was one of my favorites. And when I heard that Netflix was doing an adaptation of the comic book, I was very excited because I knew it was darker than the original. And me and my sister would watch that every fucking week, every time it came out. Every time a new like season came out, we would watch that together. And we watched it till the very end.
How many seasons were there?
I think there was only like 4 seasons.
I was getting ready to say 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think there was only 4 seasons.
Gotcha.
But here's the synopsis for The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This adaptation of Sabrina the Teenage Witch tale is a dark coming-of-age story that traffics in horror and the occult. In the reimagined origin story of Sabrina Spellman wrestles to reconcile her dual nature of being half witch and half mortal while standing against the evil forces that threaten her, her family, including her aunts Hilda and Zelda, and the daylight world humans that inhabit it. So this show is very dark. It's very horror-centric.
Man. Sorry about that. I just got blue balled by my nose.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
I hate that. I hate when that happens.
I was getting ready to tap your leg to give you a warning that I was getting ready to sneeze, but then it went away.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Keep going. I'm so sorry.
So yes, this includes basically worshipping Satan.
Woo! Let's go.
It's way more darker than the sitcom you remember in the 90s. It's more, I consider it more bloody, more darker toned. It's more serious. I still don't. I know it's in the same universe as like Riverdale. That's another yeah. It's in the same universe as Riverdale.
Why?
Because it's based off the Archie comics.
I guess.
Yeah. So I know they like coexist. I don't like, me and my sister both agree that we didn't like the fact that they had like a musical number for no fucking reason.
Okay.
at like the end of the series, they had musical numbers, and we were like, why?
I don't like it when shows do that.
I don't like it either.
If it's not already a musical, don't do that.
I didn't like it.
They did that with Lucifer, and I'm like, why?
I don't know. I mean, I know some shows have like a musical episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. But the thing is, it's like,
it
was. I felt it was unnecessary.
It was out
for
of place.
that.
It's out of place.
My sister Chelsea thought it was like out of place too, and apparently a lot of other people did too. Yeah. But I think it's really cool that they do have a little nod to the original series, because the original actresses who played Hilda and Zelda do come back for those type of roles, but it's in like a different universe where they do treat it as Sabrina being in the sitcom, so it's like a 90s sitcom, but it's not really, because it's just another world where it's gonna be destroyed pretty much, and she has to find her way back to her realm.
I'm gonna shut the door real quick. I'm getting chilly.
Go for it. But yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for, I think, teenagers who want to get into horror and are into, I guess, like witches and witchcraft. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 left to talk about.
It's 62 degrees in here.
Amazing. Okay, so I have 4 left to talk about.
All right.
The next one is Bates Motel.
What?
Yes. So the next one is Bates Motel.
You really threw me for a loop there, dude.
And here's the synopsis. After the death of her husband, Norma Bates buys a motel in the picturesque coastal town of White Pine Bay, giving herself and teenage son Norman a chance to begin anew. Shy Norman is reluctant at first, but with the help of his mother, with whom he shares an intensely close relationship, which is gross, the boy begins to open up to others and make new friends. Some locals, however, aren't as friendly and welcoming to the Bates, who discover that because White Pine Bay isn't as peaceful as it appears, they are forced to do whatever it takes to survive. And this is inspired by the 1960 horror film Psycho, and it explores the formative years of Norman Bates and how he
developed his mommy issues
and his complicated like bond with his mother that forged a serial killer. So this is pre-Psycho. This is like a, I guess, origin story.
Still can't get over the fact that you flirted with the Norman Bates actor in Halloween Horror Nights.
I still think it's fucking funny.
I think it's funny that you threw him for a loop because he wasn't expecting it at all. And I think it's really funny.
Bitch, that threw me into a loop because I was like, I know I'm not the first one. I know I'm not.
He thought you were cute.
Sorry, dude, I'm gay. I only did that for the funsies. Because I thought it was going to be funny. And I was right.
It was very funny. God.
You know what wasn't funny? Me being left alone after that.
Time to stay by Norman's side the rest of the night.
The universe said, fuck you.
Damn, bro, that's rough, buddy.
But yeah, Bates Motel is really, really good. I think you can still watch it like on Netflix. I'm not sure.
Let me look. I don't know.
But either way, it's a very good.
My phone's so cold. Holy shit.
I kind of feel that, but okay. It's a very good prequel. I like the whole thing where you can see what causes him to be the Norman Bates that we know.
I need to get Mom's login information. Hold on, let me get my other phone.
So I love that. You can just search it online.
Oh, you got me. I've got a new phone today, so I'm not logged into everything yet.
It's okay.
I'm very excited.
So the next one I have is I Know What You Did Last Summer. And no, this is not the movie. This is the TV series that Amazon Prime did.
What?
Yes. So the synopsis is teenagers are stalked by a mysterious killer a year after a fatal accident on the night of their graduation.
Damn. Okay.
Yes. It's very, very good. But it is predictable.
Sometimes that's not a bad thing, though.
No. Honestly, this wasn't really that bad. It's actually pretty okay. If you like the whole slasher genre, you'll love this. Especially with the kills and the special effects. So fucking good. The acting is pretty good. I like some of the actors in this show. Also, the one actress that plays twins, holy shit, man.
Here's the thing about
I give credit to any person that can play twins.
Yeah. Jeez,
Who
Lizzie
aren't
Lohan.
actually twins,
Yeah.
you know?
It's getting like. Here's the thing, even if it's predictable, this is where I love Stranger Things so much, because they do twists, but if it's something that's played for shock value does not make your show good.
No, because here's the thing, even though it gives you the twist, like you fucking already know, it's still gonna take you in for like a loop.
Yeah. Hi, baby.
It's so good.
Oh,
we got a cat.
She wants up. Come on, Suki.
Oh,
There you go. That's my girl.
Kitty.
She has arrived. She clawed my thigh, but it's okay. She's just trying to climb. It's okay. She old lady.
I have another one. Oh, hi, Suki.
Hi, babe.
This is the second to last one. And this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, I should have known you were going to do that.
Yeah, of course I was.
Suki, you got to purr into the mic?
Do you want to purr into the mic?
You want to...
No, she doesn't.
She wants cuddles.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm cold. Thank you, baby.
So the series follows Buffy Summers, who is played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, if you didn't know.
Oh, I love her.
The latest line of young women known as Vampire Slayers, or simply Slayers. In the story, Slayers, or the Chosen One, are chosen by fate to battle against vampires, demons, and other forces of darkness. Buffy wants to live a normal life, but as the series progresses, she learns to embrace her destiny. Like previous Slayer, Buffy is aided by a Watcher who guides her, teaches, and trains her. Unlike her predecessors, Buffy surrounds herself by a circle of loyal friends who become known as the Scooby Gang, which is really funny.
Yeah, I love that.
So this is a reference to the animated franchise Scooby-Doo and features a group of friends solving mysteries together. And it's very funny because a couple years later, she will play Daphne in the Scooby-Doo franchise.
Her and Freddie Prinze Jr. are still together.
It's so fucking
and
cute.
It's cute.
So yes, if you love like 90s and early 2000s shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, this will be so fucking good. I love the whole thing where it's like, oh, a normal girl has to deal with like these supernatural beings.
Yeah.
So good. You got a cat.
Is her purring getting picked up? It sounds like it. I think.
It did.
It looks like it did, yeah.
It did.
There you go. You guys
It's
get
so cute.
your weekly purrs. By another cat this week, though.
This time we have Suki.
She jumped up on my lap. She wanted attention.
It's so fucking cute.
She's my little old lady. She deserves the attention.
Okay. This is my very last one. But
Okay.
this is more of the teen and young adult to adult.
Okay.
This show is very gory.
Okay.
Very bloody and very sexual.
Kids, Kimberly, kids!
I said teen and young adult.
Okay. Okay.
Because my sister is a fucking teenager and young adult. She watched this. She loved it.
That's fair. You got me. You got me, Chief. You got me.
This is why I said I had my separate categories.
Okay. God.
So yeah. Slasher. So currently you can watch the first 3 seasons on Netflix. And then the 4th and 5th season are going to be on Shudder.
Oh. Okay. We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by any of these, but like if Shudder wants to sponsor us.
Yeah, every program we've mentioned today, we are not sponsored.
We are not sponsored by any of them, but if they want to, they can.
Hit us up,
because
please.
we use a lot of their services.
Please.
Especially Shudder.
Especially Shudder.
So, if you want to watch Slasher, this is the synopsis. Again, you can watch it on Netflix with the first 3 seasons. Season 4 and 5 are going to be on Shudder because they got the rights to the show.
Damn.
So each season is centered on a mass killer with an unknown motive for killing their victims. Season 1 is called The Executioner.
Oh, okay.
So this is the synopsis for season 1. Sarah Bennett and her husband Dylan move back to town of her birth, fictitious Waterbury, Canada. This is also a Canadian TV show.
Oh, of course.
Into her childhood home where both her parents were murdered on Halloween of 1988.
Shit,
Her
dude.
mother was pregnant with Sarah at the time of the killing before the police arrest the killer who was holding her newborn baby. Sarah returns to Waterbury and is greeted with the start of a series of copycat murders, all appearing to be the hands of the executioner.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Cat butt in my face.
So that's for the first season.
Yeah.
This is season 2, and season 2 is called Guilty Party.
Okay.
In the dead of winter, a group of former summer camp counselors returned to the resort where they participated in the murder of Talvinder Gill, then hid her body. The body has vanished from its secret hiding spot. They are then trapped in the resort one by one, killed by a murderer with a parka. So again, no one knows who the murderer is. It's one of those who done it until the very end.
Sorry, keep going. I have a cat on my neck now.
You're completely fine. So season 3 is Solstice.
Okay.
So Kit Jennings, a sex and drug addict, is murdered by someone using a druid costume in front of the apartment complex during the summer solstice, and the neighbors don't help him.
Oh.
Exactly 1 year later, a person using the same costume emerges and starts murdering every person who carries any kind of complicity to Jennings' murder. Season 4 is... This one's the one that's on Shudder.
Uh-huh.
This one is called Flesh and Blood. So, slasher Flesh and Blood follows a wealthy but dysfunctional family gathering for a reunion on a secluded island. Their old wounds and competitive rivalries flare up when the family realizes a mass killer is on the island, intent on cruelly picking them off, one by one.
Ah! Delightful.
How nice. And this, guys, this is one of my favorite shows. It's one of my favorite fucking shows. And I just found out while I was doing this that there's going to be a season 5. And season 5, again, it's going to be on Shudder. It's called Ripper.
Jack the Ripper?
Season 5 will... Slasher Ripper will head back in time to the late 19th century where there's a killer stalking the streets, but instead of targeting the poor and the downridden like Jack the Ripper, the widow is meting out justice against the rich and powerful. The only person standing in the way of this killer is the newly promoted Detective Kenneth, whose ironclad belief in justice may wind up just being another victim.
Good for her.
Yes. So yeah, again, I put the show in because I think it's more fitting for the older audience of teens and young adults.
Yeah.
Because again, this is more bloody, more gory, has a lot of sex scenes in it, but it's
Saucy.
it's still like a really fucking good show. Yeah, a lot of the times it's like this doesn't feel like it should be there, which mostly I'm referring to the sex scenes.
Yeah,
because it's like a fucking horror movie.
Yeah,
do you really need it? No, but it's in there. But the stories will actually get you. It's so good. It's really good when you watch it for the very first time and you're trying to figure out who is doing this. That was weird.
She's purring directly in my ear.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Sweet. I still have a cat on my shoulders. She's still draped over me.
I think it's funny.
Well, little spooks, that's gonna be it for us today while I'm struggling to do the outro.
It's okay. Oh my god. So yeah, join us next week as we discuss our top 5 favorite horror video games.
Sweet. Don't forget to rate us and tap that bell icon on Spotify so you don't miss an episode. if you want to follow the Guarded by Demons socials, we're on Twitter at Guarded Demons. We're also on Anchor, YouTube, and Instagram at Guarded by Demons. Thank you to Anchor for sponsoring us. Also, we are on Google Podcasts and iTunes now, so you guys can find us there. We also have an email, guardeddemonpod@gmail.com, if you want to write in and suggest some topics, movies, or games. You can also rate us over on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars, tell us how much you liked us. Be nice, or we'll cry.
Actually, if you rate us over on iTunes, you can give us a 5-star rating, and we will read your review.
Yeah! That'd be phenomenal if you could do that.
So once again, I am Kimberly, and if you want to follow me on my personal accounts, I am the Lesbian Spook on Twitter, and I am Spooky Scary Lesbian on Twitch and Tumblr. Tumblr, I read a lot of fan fiction that's based around horror. And Twitch, I usually play some horror games, and during this month, we will be playing The Quarry and FNAF on our respective channels, but we will be playing that together. If you have YouTube, we are also on YouTube, so don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon. You can leave comments on our video suggesting some movies or topics or just TV shows that you would like for us to review on the channel, and if you want to know our opinions on things. So yeah, you can do that.
I'm Lexi. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's at SemiProEagle. I play a variety of games there. I've been playing Unpacking again lately, so that's been fun. I do draw from time to time. I also have a Twitter at SemiProEagle as well. I'm also on Instagram, but I don't hardly post on Instagram. But whatever, it's fine. That's all I've got for now.
Alright guys, stay spooky.